Hey, Night Train. Good morning. Hawkeye Station Paranormal. Hi. Pouring rain here this morning. My alerts don't even work. I got everybody's bell on and nothing works for some freaking reason. Hey, Canadian drone pilot, how you doing? The only alert that works is on my phone, and my phone's not open all the time. As long as you beat DGS. Yeah, Night Train. Yeah, we're not in lockdown here either. Facebook Messenger crashing too. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? Good morning. Staying out of trouble there, Brandon? Hey, Camero, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's we're like everybody else in the States and everything. We're all closed down. Everything's closed. Schools, everything. Okay. Yeah, yesterday when I was just did a little bit of shopping yesterday. Now I don't have to go out for at least 2 weeks. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? Oh yeah, yeah, Brandon. Just got to hang out with the right crowd. Yeah. Are you not doing your schooling by computer, Brandon? I know here in Quebec they're doing it, and where Mark lives, they're doing it there, doing their classes by computer. Hey, Bill, how you doing this morning? Right now we're getting a lot of rain here, so hoping it's melts away the rest of this bloody snow. I'm starting to see more of the fields in the front anyway. Okay, Brandon. I'm doing good there, Bill. Yeah. Just the weather sucks big time, but This is what it's doing outdoors now. It's raining right now, so. We're gonna have this all day. It started last night around 9 o'clock. No, hey Hugh, how you?
Roger.
No, it started raining last night around 8, 9 o'clock. And by the time I charged the battery, I only charged one battery because I want to do the updates on it and everything. Look at this Tim Horton guy. Rah, 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 rah.
Sorry. I know, I'm cruel.
Yeah, we're supposed to get up to the 60s today.
It's beautiful here, but it's pouring rain. I had the drone in the car. I was just out to go flying, but pouring rain. But at least I was able to go out and get Tim Hortons. Oh boy.
I don't know if they're gonna still hold the Olympics there, Camero. Yeah.
I'm trying to get the chat up here. Good morning to everybody in there. Session from you.
Okay, and Drone Pilot, I've been waiting so long for it. Because one guy promised it to me before, and he was supposed to have mailed it out since last month, or even before that, and it never happened. Okay, things happen in life. He should have, warned me or something, but I never got it. So I don't know. Paul just woke up one morning, bought it, and shipped it. Yep. Speaking of the devil.
And there he is. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Boom.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, everybody.
Top of the morning to you, sir.
Same to you.
Oh, I've been up since 7 o'clock this morning, so.
Slacker.
Yeah.
What time do you get up, Hugh?
5:30.
Yeah, almost every morning my body just wakes up, and then I sit there and try to sleep until 7 or something. But usually 6 o'clock I
go through that all night long. I wake up, go to sleep. Wake up.
Part of getting old, I guess. I don't know.
At some point in time, you just give up and get the hell up.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually thought I was going to fly this morning. I had to go pick up groceries at 8 o'clock. So I went to Walmart already to pick up a grocery order, and that went well. And I had my drone with me, and there was a little spits of rain. I thought I might get out to film, but it's coming down pretty heavy now.
Yeah, it's just damp and nasty here, and we're supposed to go through a period where it's still in the 40s or 50s, but then it's going to dive fast, and then maybe the clouds are going to break up, and high later today of maybe 32, 34.
Okay.
And then down to the 20s tonight, and then tomorrow, Saturday, is supposed to be a high of I don't know. They said high tomorrow of 36, I think, and that, usually that weather high of 36, they're talking about Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because right now the outside temperature is 59.
Canadian Drone Pilot says up at 7. Yeah, me too. It's automatic. Or the bladder kicks in. Yeah. You've been up since 6 a.m. Yeah, I noticed you put up a video very early this morning, Bill.
The squirrels are at it again. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My little buddies.
Yep. So I hope some of you guys are going to be able to go flying today. Get some nice weather. Today is Friday. Yes. So, anything else new in the chat? Anybody go flying yesterday?
So, it's interesting. I got my grocery order done this morning, and I had no problem getting anything fresh. All my fresh produce was in. Just so anybody doesn't know, I ordered online with Walmart and then went to pick up this morning. But things like bread, flour, toilet paper, those are all gone. But all the fresh stuff's in. So that's a plus, I guess.
Well, yesterday I had to go buy bread. I had no more bread at all here. And the day before yesterday, there was no bread nowhere.
Yeah.
But yesterday there was some.
Well, that's good. We always keep some in the deep freeze, like we buy 5-6 loaves and then put it in the deep freeze and then just take one out every week sort of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very windy here too.
Wow. You're in Ontario, aren't you, Canadian drone pilot? Oh yeah, pouring rain out right now. It's funny, Canadian drone pilot, I asked the guy at Walmart that this morning, and they're getting toilet paper in every day or every few days or whatever, but it's going out as quickly as it comes onto the shelves. People are still panicking about it.
I have to get Mia her pill pack.
Yeah.
It's I take a slice of bread and cut it in threes, peanut butter it, and then I take her pills, put them on there and break them off and give it to her one at a time.
Now it occurs to me, Paul, you're all set for the apocalypse, and so is Roger. You've got living pot roasts there on 4 legs, right? If times get tough.
No.
Hey?
I'd
Roxy
rather
make a good meal. I don't know, Mia.
I'd rather feed her than feed me.
Oh.
Here you go, boo boo.
Hey, good morning, John.
Hey, John, how you doing?
John Spizzo, good morning.
Canadian drone pilot. I don't know how old you are, but do you remember Lulu's in Waterloo? It was at one point the longest bar in the world. And I'm talking like a bar for drinks. Like it was in an old Walmart or something, or Kmart or something. A long time since I was there, but.
Hey, Roger, I came across an interesting thing.
What's that?
My last 2 or 3 live streams.
Yeah.
You can't find them if you go look for them.
Why?
I don't know. YouTube must have just booted them off for some reason.
Oh, they'd send you a letter if they did.
No, no letter, no nothing. Just not there.
Did you look in your creator studio?
Yep. Not there.
No kidding.
Like the one we did with Michael was on there.
Okay.
Nope. Can't find it. It's not there.
That's bizarre.
If somebody flagged you or whatever, you'd be getting a letter from YouTube.
Let me go check my check my mail.
You off, I'll tell you the reason why. Boy, I wish I was 57 again.
Oh, that's cool. All right, you remember, your wife remembers Lulu's. Okay, cool. Yeah, good times.
One more place I can look, Roger, but I'm not seeing any notification at all from them.
did you hit on private for it? I mean, to put it in
Oh,
private.
because I should be able to see it myself,
If you put it in private, yeah,
but I can't see it anywhere.
that's weird.
And no notifications. I just checked. There's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. I don't know why.
Did you go over and try and look too?
No, I didn't go there. I didn't go. Well, what's them just went there and they said it's gone, John. If it's gone on his, must be gone on mine. Look, YouTube. Paul Murray downbound.
All it's on there is my ship videos.
"13 hours ago." Hey, Rodney, how you doing? Yeah, 13 hours ago.
You see one of my live broadcasts?
Yep. Yeah, it's there. That was what, 13 hours ago? 15 hours ago?
5 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah, John Coopy on with
Yeah, with Michael.
Mike. Yeah, it's here.
Okay.
You look well groomed, Rodney.
How you doing,
man.
Rodney?
I'm feeling great.
Good.
Hey,
Awesome.
it's
I felt-
Mr. Bell.
How's it going, Paul? How's it
Another,
going? You, Roger.
another
Hi,
day.
everybody in the chat.
You're looking better every time I see you.
Well, I'm feeling better every day.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
morning,
Louis.
Mark.
Centroid.
Got groceries,
Yeah,
got Tim Hortons. Life's good.
I'm not going to be able to stay long. My nurse is supposed to be here between 9 and 9:30. So
Okay.
I've got until about 9. You happy about that, Hugh?
Just recalling fond memories.
I
She'll
think
just have to wait.
I actually, when I went in for my, the first time I went in for my leg hip replacements, I actually had a really beautiful nurse give me sponge baths. So,
Yeah. But she doesn't do that. So
Oh, well.
she,
You're not tipping enough, Rodney. For God's sakes, don't be cheap. Just teasing. Just
Yeah. John Spiesel found your live chat also there, Paul.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
I just thought if I went to my my studio that I should be able to see it, but it doesn't
yeah.
allow me to look at it. So
So, Rodney, you did a test yesterday with Facebook and Zoom, or was it
it
StreamYard?
was StreamYard.
Okay, so you were able to do the live stream on 2 channels.
Yeah, and so I'm going out tomorrow
I didn't know
to
you
the
could.
church, and we're going to do another test stream at the church so I can make sure that the church's Wi-Fi is going to be fast enough.
Okay.
Oh.
And then if it works out and we can still do both Facebook and YouTube, then Sunday morning we'll do the church service because I think the pastor is closing the church down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
most
give it
all
a
the
roll.
churches are. Yeah.
All of our
And,
churches, synagogues, everything's closed here.
So that's why we're doing that.
But we've been, well, when I used to work, the church was right beside where I used to work for I used to work in a hospital for the elderly, and they had mass on every Sunday. Well, actually, they had it on 7 days a week, but they're broadcasting it from the church so the people in the hospital could see it.
Well, that's
I guess
That's good of you, Rodney, to do that because I'm sure that there's congregation members and other people that would love to be able to see it. Now, are you going to be able to use multiple cameras, or how are you going to handle?
No, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. But right now, we're probably just gonna use a single camera, and then when I get to feeling better and I have a little more freedom of movement,
Yeah,
then I'm going to start researching on how to be able to use multiple cameras.
you're
Which
going to
means,
have to mic the minister, right?
yeah, and we mic him every Sunday. So
Okay.
Yeah.
whether we're doing a live stream or not, he's actually wearing two wireless mics.
Okay.
He's wearing one that I have connected to the camera, and then he wears the regular one for the church's sound system.
Okay.
Okay.
But eventually, where I'd like to get to on this is where we would be able to I would be able to just sit in a booth with two cameras or three cameras, and then be able to bring in the talking points as he brings them up, and then, and stuff. If you've watched any of the church's videos, I do that now, but it's not live. It's just all me editing in the talking points. So
Yeah, if you had a desk someplace and you had three monitors lined up, one on each camera, and then a switcher, you could just switch between the cameras.
So
Yeah,
I was actually watching Premiere Pro has a multicam editing piece in it. I was actually watching a tutorial on it this morning, as a matter of fact.
really,
Yeah.
see, and that's what I use
Yep.
is Premiere Pro.
And then have you seen the tutorial on how to do the multicam editing?
No,
I'm going to send you the link. It's amazing. So simple.
okay.
Be right back. Mia's bugging me again. She gets cabin fever, I'll tell you.
Well, actually, when I edit it at 2 videos every Sunday. So, well, of course, I haven't for the past couple of weeks because obviously I can't.
Yeah.
But
You be
I mean,
careful.
I can now. And in fact, this Sunday I was going to start doing the church's videos up again. But since this, the dreaded COVID-19, aka coronavirus.
Yeah.
There's a link for you, Rodney.
All right, thanks.
Real simple. I was shocked. I'm gonna have to try it one of these days.
Well, I do. I edit 2 videos, like I was saying, every Sunday when I do it. And there's a feature in there. It's synchronized, and it works extremely well, man. It cut my editing time down by at least 5 minutes.
Nice.
Which in editing I guess that's a pretty big time saving, and it does really well and I have the sound, the audio for. Is that a Mavic Mini?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Got it yesterday.
Yeah, I think
Paul.
you said Paul sent that to you.
Yep. Got it yesterday.
Gee, I wish Paul would send me something.
Well, Rodney, there's a story behind it. Somebody
so-
promised to send him one,
Yeah.
and they didn't follow through.
So I gotta wait till sunny day. I'm gonna go fly it. Now it's pouring rain like anything, so gotta wait.
Speaking of flying, I tried to do a sunrise flight this morning, and I'll be darned if YouTube didn't change the RTMP on me again.
Okay.
That's happened to me at least a half a dozen times over the past 8 months.
I'm dying to try it, believe me.
Holy crap, I just looked outside and there's a skunk out there walking around in my yard.
Get me a stay in the house.
Oh,
And if you see skunks during the day, it means it's not, well, it probably just came out of hibernation, but usually when you see skunks during the day, it's not good. Either sick or, yeah.
well, they're out there eating the peanuts is what they're doing.
Uh-oh.
I know why Hugh like this video so much now?
Oh, Premier gal. Yeah, she's cute, but no, she's very clever. She's real smart.
The quad father, but Paul Murray, Santa Quads.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Does that mean you're going to have to get somebody over there to get that skunk out of your yard?
Well, the problem is
Now he knows where the food
I
is.
had all those skunks hauled out of here over a year ago.
Yep.
But the problem I'm going to have now is, you know, all of my squirrels are liable to end up in the traps.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just get a trap and put sardine or open a can of sardines, throw it in the trap. The skunk will go right into it.
Might catch me. I'd go in for the sardines.
Hey, D90 Bell, how you doing? Nice to see you.
Hey, long time no see, man. What's up? Yeah, I was thinking that multicam workflow would be pretty good, Rodney, for doing, like, I wouldn't do it normally like she would, like where I'd have 3 angles myself, but it might be nice to do like an unboxing, like where you're looking down at something and then also have another camera angle.
Right. Yeah.
I mostly just do drone videos, obviously. So,
Well, when I do the church's video, like I was saying, I have 2 cameras set up at different angles. So then I put them both into Adobe Premiere or Premiere Pro when I get home, and then I sync them up, and then I just go through and I cut slices out of them.
Okay.
with that workflow thing, all you do is you basically just, you can watch them play, watch the clips play, and then you just hit a number and it'll automatically add the different camera angles wherever you hit it while it's playing. And then when it's done, you play it back and it plays it just like, and it switches all automatic.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Amazing.
watch that. I'm gonna have to watch that video.
Yeah. I like learning new things. Good for you.
Wow, my phone's going crazy.
You're an important guy, Rodney.
No, not that important.
Empty.
Well, one sad thing that's come out of all this surgery stuff is my wife's not going to allow me to have caffeinated coffee anymore.
Oh, okay.
Now it's decaf or none at all.
Sorry for that.
Actually, I feel much better for it.
Do you?
You know, caffeine's a drug, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, especially when I go to the hospital, they
I know.
have to give me a bottle to cut out the caffeine out of my system.
Yeah. Ooh.
But you know, she does allow me to have 1 soda a day, so I still get some caffeine, and well, at least until we run out of the caffeinated kind, and then I have to switch to the decaffeinated Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ugh.
No sugar, no caffeine. Oh my gosh.
My wife loves Dr. Pepper. God, I hate that stuff.
Oh man, that's good stuff. You? Man,
What's wrong with you people?
it's good stuff.
You must be related to them or something. I don't know. That stuff's
I wish. My uncle,
Coke.
well, years ago, I had an uncle that worked for Dr. Pepper. And this was before Dr. Pepper started licensing their bottling.
Oh.
And he delivered, it was Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, and then and some of those flavored drinks. I want to say it was like Orange Crush and Strawberry Crush and Grape Crush. I'm thinking it was that. But he would bring home cases of this soda. And that's how I got to liking Dr. Pepper's, because
Gotcha.
so I got it for free.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then he retired from that job, and then I had to start buying my own. You know, he's like a dealer, you know.
Right?
Yeah, that's it. Free, free, free. Okay, now it's time to pay.
Yeah, now you got to pay for it.
Back in the day, and your Coca-Cola vendor was a drug dealer. It had cocaine, it had caffeine. Well, I still have caffeine, but, I mean, that stuff was fully loaded, right?
You know, I watched a documentary on that, and they were saying that in the original Coca-Cola recipe, the cocaine was such a small amount of cocaine in there that it really didn't have any adverse effect.
Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, cocaine's cocaine.
Yeah.
My grandmother was telling me a few years ago about when she was a little girl and had bronchitis or something wrong with her lungs, the pharmacy prescribed these little tins, basically of marijuana. And it was in a form where you would just add like a charcoal tablet or something and drop it on, almost like an incense, and breathe it in. But it helped relax the lungs enough to that people with severe asthma or bronchitis or whatever could breathe again. And it was literally just cannabis.
Well, you know, at one time, cannabis wasn't illegal.
Yeah.
Hell no, the boys out in the hills, they used to just love it, man.
Well, the boys out in the hills don't need it. They make the moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you've ever had moonshine, it is some strong stuff.
Well, Rodney, I don't know if you saw it, the show on those guys when they were doing shot in a drop type of thing, and Lawrence had these little bottles of moonshine. Somebody sent him the different flavored moonshine, and he was just shooting them down. And he left the show and forgot to turn his computer off and everything else. I guess he had a hell of a time.
Oh, yeah. JDS Flynn Canuck. Don't worry, brother. I don't touch that stuff myself.
I think JDS has already hit the pipe this morning because he's thinking he's first in line here or something. There you go, JDS.
Phantom Hodges Drone, good morning.
Hey, Phantom Hodges.
Good morning, Phantom Hodges. Should be there Monday, buddy.
Yep. Phantom bought Paul's Inspire.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
So Phantom, are you going to change your name now to Inspire Hodges Drone?
Hey, Z Jones, good morning.
Or
Morning,
inspired,
AZ.
Inspired Phantom Hodges.
Oh, there you go.
I like JDS's comment. Just tuned in and Rodney's talking about cocaine and moonshine. Look out, world.
Hey, Z Drone, how you doing?
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that you can do live streams to two different platforms at the same time.
That's what people were asking me yesterday, if you could do it on Zoom with the Zoom and Facebook. I don't know. Or YouTube and Facebook. I don't know. If you
It
can.
would be interesting to find out because I mean, after my subscription to Zoom, StreamYard runs out, I was going to try Zoom.
Yeah.
But
Because I find Zoom is a lot clearer than StreamYard.
well, yeah, and of course, I'll probably never have more than 6 people on a panel anyway because you get more than that, and it's just
Yeah, you lose it after.
yeah, you got everybody talking over each other and stuff, and it's bad enough when you have 6 or even just 4 people like we have here. You know,
Yeah.
can't get you shut up long enough to get a word in there. He's biting his tongue on that one.
Then I'm dropping the hammer on you, old man. Boom.
Oh!
Enough of that.
Yeah, you should have had a customs declaration with the package. Yeah, you should have marked a gift on it or something.
foggy here too, JDS, down in Brockville.
Yeah, the weather is very bad here. Well, very bad. It's pouring rain here. I'll give you a snapshot of my front door. Out my front door. There you go. It's
It was a
raining here
beautiful
now.
sunrise here.
If I didn't have so many trees in the way, I'd put my camera in my window here and you can see the sunrises straight from my computer.
So that's looking east there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh,
That would make for some nice sunrises, I bet.
Because you see on the far right, the sun comes up there in the corner there. I would have to turn the camera a little bit, but the trees are all in the way, the branches and everything. You'll see just the branches.
Yeah.
I'd have to stick it almost on top of the roof to get a really nice sunrise. That's why I wanted to put a camera on the roof up there, but I'm scared of thunder and lightning storms.
Yeah, rightly so.
Well, that's
Well, you
easy
could
to
hang it
fix.
in the
Just-
peak, couldn't you? The peak of the roof, or right in the middle up there. You don't have a peak like that. You have a roof goes like that, right?
Yeah.
Just put you a lightning rod up there, and because the lightning would probably strike the lightning rod before it struck the camera.
Because I would have put it right under, but the east trough, I would have put it right under so the rain won't get at it, having it pointed that way. And you get beautiful sunrises there. And the sun rises over there and the sun sets over there on that side. So I gotta figure this camera out how to make it record. I couldn't find a way how to make it record yet.
On what?
On this cam I got for outdoors.
Oh,
I got another cam I gotta put up there, so maybe with that one I'll be able to turn it that way to get the sunrise. But like I said, the trees are gonna be in our way. Mm. Yeah, but UPS should have told Paul about that for the custom clearance, though. Didn't it make you fill out paper for the customs, Paul?
No, because he sent me just to put a thing on it and ship it. You know,
Okay.
just a
Oh,
shipping
really?
label.
Louis P. Floyd, how you doing? Jack
Morning, Louis.
Sparky.
what up, Teach? How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay? I'm testing out a new microphone.
Yeah, Paul, I'm not talking to you on the chat. Or in live. I'm talking to Paul Phantom Hodges. That doesn't surprise me because it was in Detroit last night. So anyway, Louis P., how are you?
Hanging in there. It's 70 degrees now. It's all freakish here because
Yeah.
it's like super warm.
It is?
Yeah, it's like well, it's not 70 degrees yet. But it's supposed to be that way today. Let me see.
Wait, where's that mute button? Hold on, wait a minute.
Well, then I won't mention what the temperature is here. Where are you at, Louis?
Utica, New York. It's 55 degree Fahrenheit.
That's not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
75 degrees here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, it's warmer. I'm warmer up in Ontario than you are, Lewis.
What's that? What do you got there?
We're at like, oh, what was it this morning? Oh,
Well, I know right now here it's doing 33
degrees
Fahrenheit.
Oh, crazy.
I'm 61 here in Port Huron, Michigan.
Well, we're supposed to go right back down to like 30s and 40s again tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
but sunny and it's rainy, so you can't really go out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
0.2 degrees. Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I need to start getting prepared for the nurse visit.
Okay,
So,
Rodney.
Thank you so
Y'all
much
have
for
a
coming
good
in,
day.
Rodney.
well, thank you for having me on.
Remember
I
to tip
appreciate it. Everybody in chat, y'all have a good day. Take
Okay,
care.
Rodney.
Rodney.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There were 4.
He's looking so good.
65 in Toledo. Okay. Yeah, he's getting along there pretty good. I'm very happy for him. So what are your plans for today? You gonna do like Mark and start teaching on the computer, or?
I don't know. I'm like, it's crazy because I'm not sure what to do. I went to my school yesterday.
Yeah.
To pick up my instruments, pick up my saxophone and my trumpet and clarinet and flute and whatnot. Because I was just asking my wife, I was like, do you really think we're going to close for the rest of the year? And she was like, yeah, I think so. I hope not, because that'll really suck. But anyways, so I went in and it was so eerie. It was like, weird because it was like the last day and just, all the stuff was just left where I left it. I was like,
Yeah.
So I go checking through. And of course, all the kids didn't take their instruments because it was, during them. It's a week.
They thought they're coming back. Yep.
Well,
so can you imagine all their lockers are full too?
Well, so what happened was in the process of this week leading up, we there was back and forth with administration and teachers and stuff, and teachers did what they could do to get packets together. I teach out of a rural school, so it's like I drive like 15-20 minutes up into the boonies to teach it to school. And so the kids that are the kids that we service at the school are coming from either further away, in the middle of nowhere kind of type, kind of like where Roger lives, but some of the kids' bus runs are like an hour and a half long to get to school.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, we've got, I think we've got the enviable gloating ability of saying that we're the longest and biggest county that gets serviced public school wise in the state of New York, because Herkimer County is like really long. But anyways, I talked to the administrator and I said, hey, I have abilities, the band teacher, differentiated abilities. Yeah. I have some abilities with Zoom because I have, I do all this stuff on YouTube. I Canadian Drone Hub and blah, blah. And I've taught via video before. I've even done music lessons. I've encouraged my kids to have FaceTime and the ability to do FaceTime at home, to do, do FaceTime between each other to practice a duet or to practice something. And they do it, and it works wonderfully. So I don't know. Not a lot of the kids have their instruments at home. We can't teach anything new. So go on to lesson. No.
Yeah.
What's the point? The kids aren't going to forget their how to play.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they're going to be jonesing to play when they get back. They're going to. I have kids that are like freaks about it, that like are in my hair every day. I was like, dude, just take your instrument home. No, I want to do it. Well, all right, but they're going to be hurting. I know, because I get the itch. If I don't play, you got to pick up your horn and play every day. I was playing with my little girl the other day, playing one of her Nisma solos that she's not going to get to do. Yeah.
And on top of that, it's, you can't grade your kids neither. You can't grade them.
Right. Well, it's not necessarily always about that, where assessment is super important.
Yeah, I know.
At this point in time, we just need to play some music.
Yeah. Do like
real question.
Like they're doing in Italy.
Yeah.
So my son wants to learn how to play guitar. I just bought that guitar we now have here on the kitchen table. What's a good way for him to learn how to play guitar?
If he's serious about it, twofold.
Yeah, very serious.
Okay. If he's serious about it, number one, start looking at YouTube. Start looking into actually getting some lessons, whether it's via, a Skype or video chat. And then the second point to that is look at YouTube University. That's where I learned how to fly a drone. That's where a lot of people learn how to do a lot of things. You're going to get a lot of good, bad, and ugly information. He's got to, number one, learn how to ferret through the good, the bad, the ugly. That's why you got to have somebody talking to them, whether it's video or in person, saying, okay, yeah, that's good, that's bad, that's ugly. You know,
Yeah.
they got to have some. They got to kind of pigeon, kind of be on somebody else's back for a while for opinion,
Yeah.
until they can formulate their own opinion. All right, so
You need to find them a mentor. Yeah. Yeah.
point one, point two, start yourself learning some music theory. Musictheory.net starts you from zero, and it gives you twofold. It gives you lessons to learn point by point, and then it gives you examples and working theory. In other words, they put you to work and they teach you something and they say, okay, now do it.
Yeah.
And it's very back and forth and very accessible to anybody at any level, pro, medium, and beginner. So those 2 points will get him started. If he's lasting at least 2 months doing that stuff a couple of times a week, maybe more, if he's really interested, then he's going to be all right, and he'll be a self-motivator, and soon won't need the mentor to learn, but will need the mentor to be pointed in the right direction and to have an opinion and a reflection to say, hey, this is what I'm listening to. What do you oh, you listen to that? Well, here's what I've listened to that's like that'll take you in this direction. So once you learn how to read music, it's just like reading anything. It's a spiral. You learn one simple thing, and then you start to get a little bit better. But the idea is you got to use it. You got to practice it.
Yep.
2 reasons you practice: 1, mental. How do I do something? And 2, physical. Anything you do, there's some physical component to it. My point is you want to play tuba? Great. You know all the frequencies and the fingerings and who built it and the history. But dude, you can't freaking pick the tuba up and play it for a half a mile like I need you. Guess what you can't do? Or, man, I'm the biggest dude out there, but you're dumb as a rock, brother. You can't even hold the beat. Guess what you can't do? Got to have those 2 things, physical and mental ability to do anything. And that's what you have to pin everything on to.
Well, he was asking me, how do I get started? Because he wanted me to kind of teach him, but I haven't studied since I was literally 8 years old. I took classical guitar when I was a little kid, but it's been, nearly half the
Well,
second.
you know something. You know how to hold the guitar, don't you?
Barely, but yeah, it's been a long time. So
well, but it'll come back to you. It'll come back to you, and it might even be fun to kind of like learn in parallel with him too, because it really is like, it's so cliche. It's like falling off the log. You know how to do it. You know how to ride a might because you've done it. You might not have rode a bike in like 20, 30 years, but you know how to do it.
Yep.
You'll kind of get back into it. And you're not going to break your leg when you're getting back into the guitar.
But I'm thankful we ordered that guitar a couple of weeks ago. At least it's
cool.
Here.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. That's exciting. I wish you guys luck.
And so now it's raining in your area. You can't go flying. Did you get more new drones fixed up?
Can you go back to the Roxy can, please?
I got a couple of on the bench that I'm thinking about messing with. I'm going to change some smoother motors over to this other drone. I've got one of my favorite drones is like a little twitchy on some of my video I'm watching, and I don't know where to start problem solving that, because it's all good stuff and it never was twitchy like that. But I think I need to freshen up the motors. I'll start there.
So, Oscar, did your drone stay level yesterday, or did it go back to its crooked?
Perfect. It was mind blowing how easy that was. Yeah, no, it worked really well.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to go?
No.
Oh, some excitement in the brown house. Yep, I actually got my Parrot Mamba working yesterday too. I think I told you guys I had the props. They're supposed to be marked clockwise and counterclockwise, but nothing was marked. And when I put them back on, they were incorrectly mounted, so wouldn't take off. And I figured I just broke it. But anyway.
So, Paul, you might be getting about 10 inches of snow tonight.
Wow.
That's exciting.
I'm just reading it here or there, so.
JDS, you have guitars too? Well, I think you told us about that before, right?
It's heavy raining here right now. It's the kind of rain that hits and explodes back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if there's any drone news here.
Thank you for that wisdom, JDS. I'll be sure to put that away and store it in the safe. Wow, Jim the Explorer says, I see in the neighborhood everyone has drones. They were flying notes and supplies to each other because of the lockdown. Very interesting. Well, that's cool. Never tried that before. Question you have to ask yourself is what supplies are being traded?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can a Mavic Air hold an MRE or something? Yeah, probably, actually.
Huh. Okay, so little quick update. No JDS. I'm good with the Sigma or the SEMA or whatever. We just got a phone call, a live phone call from not like the automation like the Global Connect, but we got a phone call from our little girl's school.
Okay.
Which further confirms our thoughts of like, Jesus, I don't think we're going back to school. Yeah. Hey, between what was the time, Michelle? Between now and 2 o'clock, come get your shit.
Yeah.
Cleaning out the kids' lockers.
They might be wanting to wash down all the lockers and everything.
Yeah, that's when I'm washing down. You don't think, well,
coronavirus type of thing, maybe.
You don't know the schools.
Yeah.
No, well, so honestly, they wouldn't like wash it down. What they would actually do, which is what they have, and they might be like sharing it. Well, it's like a fog machine. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
It's like a, it's like a, well,
It's
Roger,
like
you've probably seen them. They're like an ionization steamy thing or whatever. They shoot out this smoke or steam or whatever that's like positively or negatively charged or whatever that attracts all the dirt, and then it like makes it's crazy. So they don't need to like clean the kids' stuff out to do that. Because
unless Paul, what maybe there's some kids that might have left their lunch in there.
True. Well, but okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. That poor janitor who had to open up all the kids' lockers to find that out. I feel really bad for him.
Because I know here in all the schools here, the students have to leave everything there.
Yeah, I know. That's same here too.
It also because makes me wonder, maybe they're going to use your school as a triage center or a place for convalescing or quarantine.
Yeah.
Like
they've already started putting up tents at the two big hospitals.
Right. But I mean, it's going to be empty. You might as well use them, right?
Well, right behind me, I have a whole campus, SUNY campus, that the governor was talking to convert to triage because we've got probably 5 or 6 dorms. That could be easily switched over to quarantine buildings and health buildings where, just doors, just rooms of stuff, and very hospital-like already.
Yeah. They sent home all my kids' stuff. Okay, Corey Mello.
Yeah. Corey, you're up in Ottawa, aren't you?
All right, good luck.
Oh, Paul, that's what you're looking at.
Well, because it cost me $150 just for them to come out. Plus, it's $50 per skunk if they haul it out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Where's the controller on that thing? The propellers.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. Eh? You fly it, drop it, get the skunk, and then fly the skunk away.
just drop it over your neighbor you don't like.
Oh,
Frozen Fury 009. How you doing? Logan Carpenter, how you doing? My local school closed for 2 weeks, but none of still have school. I'm sending packed out. Okay. Hey, Mr. Crawley.
My problem is, though, is like I said, when I had the pros come and do it, they hauled out of here like 7 or 8 skunks.
wow.
And they would come and check the traps every day because they're nocturnal. So you want to get them at night, where squirrels are not nocturnal. They're more daytime.
Yeah.
But they said that we could catch squirrels too. And I says, I don't care. I want the damn skunks out of here.
Yeah. For your skunks, when was which date was it they went and got the skunks last time?
It was about in the springtime a year ago.
Because if that's a mother, she's pregnant or something, you're going to have a bunch of babies. So you better
That's what happened before, is we were trapping babies forever.
Well, the thing is, too, if they're live traps, though, Paul, at least if you catch a squirrel in the skunk trap, you can release it, right?
Yep.
So not a big deal, right?
Yep.
But if it's a mother, she's probably looking for a place to nest. So you better.
Yeah, and they're starting to move around now.
Yeah. But it's rare you see them during the day. But like I said, it's probably coming out of hibernation now because it is the first day of spring.
Right.
Any of you guys like sci-fi? I watched Altered Carbon. It's a series on Netflix. Amazing. Season 2 was mind-blowing yesterday.
Okay.
Watched the whole thing. Had nothing else to do, right? So.
Forged in Fire was on YouTube yesterday.
Who was?
The Forged in Fire
Oh,
episode.
did you see it?
It was on YouTube yesterday.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's the guy that's in it. I don't know the guy's name.
He's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So you say it was on YouTube?
Yeah. It was on YouTube.
See if I can look it up.
See if I didn't bookmark it. I think I probably could have bookmarked it also. Yeah, I bookmarked it here. I'll give you the link.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Putty Tat.
This is our new spicy Miss Audrey T.
Oh, what a beauty.
Oh, she's a beauty, all right.
Here's the link. It's in the chat. There you go.
You know how people try to replace their other pets. We just had in September, one of our beloved little kitties passed away.
Oh,
Okay.
You know how people try and replace them, and you can't really do that. And this one is definitely not a replacement of the other one. Definitely not. She is spicy. Boy, she rabbit kicks, and whew, she's a cutie. Yeah, she's like. She was a stray at the shelter. So
Okay.
we picked her up. Thought we'd give her a home. But we do have...
Hey, Nanya. Thank you so much.
We do have the return receipts. So we could return her.
oh, stop. How can you say that? Come on.
Well, you're not woken up at 5 in the morning with the two cats yelling at each other because they can't get along.
That's it.
Okay, that sounded like my 2 kids. I couldn't return them.
Good point, Roger. Good point.
Tried. He really tried, man.
don't know. Man, it's teasing me outside. It's nice. It's not raining. I have batteries charged from yesterday that I didn't use. Should I go fly?
Yeah.
Hey, I always believe, I'm a firm believer is do what you got to do when you got to do it, you know?
And for the love of God, live stream it or something because we need entertainment right now.
Dude, I did. So I'm an idiot. I did. I put it on Facebook. I can't live stream because I could if I'm here, but I have to do a smaller drone. Maybe I could do my micro outside. But anyways, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. I'm gonna try and work this summer to try and get to that point. But yeah, I can't live stream like at the park unless Roger is on, and then I do the whole thing like that.
Oh, okay.
But that's sometimes that's over cell, and it's really sketchy sometimes, and it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, they got that rule about 1,000 subscribers. Oh, the wind just picked it. That means the front's going through and the temperature's going to start to drop.
Yep.
BitTorrent for the win, huh, JDS?
I'm just trying to educate JDS here.
Uh-huh.
Good luck.
Good one. Thank you. JDS, you're an old dog. Can you learn new tricks? Come on. I think you can.
Well, he's got a new trainer now. He's got
Maybe-
a lady. She's got a lady who's trying to tame him down. Don't know how that's going, but
Ooh. I haven't heard about that.
oh yes.
Ooh.
Yep.
I've been trying to find some drone news. There's none at all.
The only thing I saw was a notification from Drone Hub about what
Faulty
we
router.
more, you know.
I was actually thinking about that last night because I expect that for the next probably couple of months, we're not going to get a lot of new content as far as drone releases and whatnot goes. So
Yeah.
what we should do is embrace what we already have and do some streams about, older drones and, things you may have forgotten. Stuff like
Who you calling an old drone?
you. I'm calling you an old drone, you old dog.
It's crazy. Okay, so speaking of old dogs, we got a bunch of old dogs in here.
Yes, we do. Oh,
I just have to kind of have perspective here for a second because it's weird. Back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I no. I mean like back in 1986, 7 for Christmas, I got a Commodore VIC 20.
Ooh.
And I started to learn C++, basic programming.
Did you get external storage?
Dude, there was no external storage. You know what?
I know. I remember.
What it was? It was a tape deck. Was
Yes.
your external storage?
I remember.
Because I couldn't hook up a 1541 drive to it. It didn't have the port. You could hook up Atari joysticks and stuff, and I used to play video games on my Commodore.
Yep.
Had crappy graphics and
Are you talking the VIC 20 or the 64?
no, the VIC 20, believe it or not. Yeah, the VIC 20 was a predecessor to the 64 just at the same time, but it was like the cheap man's version. And that's what I got. And my grandfather had a little bit of money when I was younger. I was poor. My parents were poor or whatever. And my grandfather had some money, so he would often buy me these really cool presents, like a 3-wheeler one year, and a computer, one of the first dot matrix printers.
Love that sound.
$700 this man spent on a knucklehead like me.
Wow.
So he set me up back in the 80s with these freaking computers, and my buddy Todd down the road had computers too, and my other buddy Steven had computers too. So in the 80s, we were goofing around on all of this stuff. So we all upgraded like the next year to the next thing. Like I went up to the 64. My buddy Todd, he was on IBM stuff. So I don't even know what he had. He had some crazy IBM stuff. And my other buddy Steven had Amigas and Commodores and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He went up to a Commodore 128. he was rocking all of us, man. 128 megabytes of nothing. But it was so much back then, you know. But we all had the ability to plug in the back these cartridges, and one of the cartridges that we all bought and were able to use was a 57K baud modem. So anybody watched like war games back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's the technology.
Play a game?
Yeah, exactly. That's the technology that my friends and I were goofing around with, was that kind of stuff back in the day. Now, unbeknownst to me, my uncle also was a real big, huge techie as far as getting into computers. And he had actually hacked into big mainframes like Syracuse University, Marine Midland Bank. There's nothing was in there. Those two were online because of ARPANET and the internet, because they were a financial institution and an educational institution. Those were the only ones that were networked back then, unless you were hardlined with a modem. But we would do the crazy things, like my friend Todd would freak call like China and Japan and stuff like that and try and talk with people. But we were always on message boards, or we were always on like the earlier versions of like the internet, the hypernet, where you could do hypertexting and stuff, where it was like all it was links and pages, where you would find a page and you would read, and this page would be blue with an underline, and you could click on it and it would hypertext you over to another page. And that's how you would navigate the internet before search engines were done. And man, it was crazy. And we were connecting our computers and typing like we are now, doing everything, even video or even audio. The only thing that we didn't have was video. Yep. And now we have video, and it just blows my mind. From like the late 80s, I was doing this.
We live in the future,
and still now.
Right?
Well, dude, I'm watching Star Trek, and I became a real big Trekkie junkie on TNG. And then, went back to the old stuff. And then, of course,
look at the power. I mean, we always say about iPhones, but I mean, this is mind boggling to me, even now.
So do you know the cool story about Gene Roddenberry, how forward thinking that man was? He had put in any of his universe kind of Star Trek stuff that anything that became real life, they could use that name for it, copyright, trademark, infringement free. And as a result, we actually have tricorders in the sense that will become body scanning stuff, but tricorders in the sense where agricultural, they're using them, where they would take a tricorder, a device, a handheld device, and scan a plant. And this was like in the middle 90s, that they would scan a corn plant or portions of corn plants and get like the chlorophyll reading, because it was hitting it with LiDAR and looking at different spectrums in the light to determine how much or how less or whatever. So that tricorder would get information and then feed it back to a main computer. Exactly what a Star Trek tricorder did. So they actually patented the name and whatever, and this thing exists. Now we put them on drones to do the same thing.
Live in the future. It's awesome. I just wish we were socially a bit more smart. That's all.
Yeah.
We advanced. Our technology is amazing, but I don't know.
Well, it's crazy because any Isaac Asimov fans in here? Okay. All right. You ever read Blind Son by him?
That I don't recall.
He wrote a bunch of them, but with this one particular one, very iRobotish. As a matter of fact, I think they used most of the plot from it for iRobot. It's essentially the man. We're living in a dystopian society where everybody's separated, and technology makes it the ability to be separated. And this one important person gets murdered. How
The
does
naked,
What's that?
naked son,
Thank you. Yes, that's the one. Naked Son. Okay. What did I say?
blind son. But
Blind
close
Son.
enough.
Okay. Yeah. Naked Son. Yeah. That one. Yeah. But come on, aren't we here now?
Yep.
Right. Pretty much.
Hmm.
I'm not sitting in any rooms with you people, right? You're not sitting in my room here. We're still communicating and sharing and trying to live life, I guess.
So ironically, we're sitting around here, a bunch of old people, right? Ironically, my most popular science fiction story that I ever wrote was about a retirement home for retired time travelers, a bunch of old guys. Yeah, no kidding. Good story.
Great premise.
Yeah. What do? Got all these retired time travelers. They're just a mess waiting to happen, right? Like,
Well, I've always, yeah. Oh, you and I should talk then, Hugh, because I've got some. I've written some crazy short stories in my time.
check me out over here, Lewis P. Floyd. There, you can go to my website anytime you get a hankering.
All right, where'd you send it? Oh,
I
there,
just-
okay. All right, I see it.
.com. That's me.
Ublog. Okay, cool. I've got what freaks me out now is besides video, I have too many freaking screens to look at. I've got too many things. I've got this going. I've got 2 other chats that I'm trying to keep straight on, helping with drones, and then a 3rd chat with my wife and my neighbor. So it's crazy too. Here's another thing. I went over to my neighbor's house because she's not into telecommunications. She works at an insurance company who is making everybody go home. So they basically gave her all of her computer, a docking station, the phone she uses, the all the software still built onto the computer and the phone and whatnot. Go home and work from home. She talks to people for insurance, and I think she's like an adjuster or something like that. She can do 2 things: talk to people and help people, or do paperwork on the computer and help people. Well, she's a little bit, I think, a little bit younger than me. Not as technically savvy or whatever, but she knows some stuff. She was like, dude, come over and her husband, like, come over and help her because she's going to go nuts. So I went over and helped, plugged everything in and everything. I did everything. I followed the directions and thought I did what I did and knew what I knew and understood to a point. I'm a Mac guy. I like Macs because they're way easier. Don't start yelling at me. PCs are easy too, but they're more complicated easy. I get it because you can do more things because it's more open. I get it. I don't want to do those things. I want it to be simple. Give me a plug, play. That's cool. So, but anyways, I went over. I have to work with PCs because of my work at school, because they won't let go of the PCs there. So anyways, I go over and I help her out. I can't get the thing to work. We can only get her to one point. I was right. It's the modem. That's right. I was right. Pay me $300. Go over and IT your shit.
Yeah, buddy.
See, and that's the point, right? I get used like that at school all the time. I think I should get paid more, but I don't have the schooling. I don't have the I'm not an expert in IT. I don't pretend to be either, but I know what the hell I'm doing. Simply because I've had to do it.
Yep.
Jim the Explorer, you have a good day at work. You be safe now. Everybody check out everybody's channels. I hope most of you guys are going to be able to go flying today.
What is this? JDS teach 10,000 for Sigma Martin sold what? Louis P. drank the Kool-Aid. Louis P. drank.
Who's Jim Jonesing you? Oh, that's Centroid. Okay.
Jim, no, not that Kool-Aid, dude. Freaking Tom Wolfe.
Tom Wolfe. Well, when they talk about the Kool-Aid, I think they're referring to Jim Jones Kool-Aid, right? Who's Tom Wolfe?
Electric Kool-Aid acid test, brother. Do you ever read that?
No,
Tom Wolfe?
No.
Tom Wolfe? Dude, you say you read?
No, I know who. Well, I don't read everything, but
Read that stuff.
Tom Wolfe.
It's back in the 60s, hippies heyday, hate Ashbury. The whole counterculture about how the beat. Do you know about the beat generation? Like Jack Kerouac and
I do.
Neil Cassidy and all those dudes.
The electric Kool-Aid acid. I never heard that before.
Oh man,
the Kool-Aid is referred to, the Jim Jones.
yeah. Nah, I'm not drinking that shit.
Wow.
Read it if you can. Just start it. Yeah, it is a page turner. It's crazily good.
New journalism.
Yeah, it's very along like Hunter S. Thompson. You ever read him?
I haven't heard of him. I know who he is.
Oh my God, Hugh. All right, so you've never read? Have you ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
I hated it.
Okay, the book is way better. It
was cinematic masturbation. It was just disgusting. It was gross. I hated it. Anyway.
Well, then you're not going to like Hunter S. Thompson then,
Maybe
because it's journalism. It's gonzo journalism like that. Do you read? You ever read Burroughs?
William S. Burroughs?
No, William S. Burroughs.
William S. Burroughs. No.
From the Beat Generation. You probably wouldn't like him. Very David Lynchy. Do you know? You ever like Twin Peaks?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. William S. Burroughs is David Lynch on crack.
I'm more of a sci-fi fantasy guy.
William S. Burroughs would scratch that itch too with the ticket, the soft ticket, and the ticket that exploded. But it's awfully hard prose to read.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty interesting things for me to look into.
Now we're talking hippies. Yeah, all right, JD.
Yes, he is talking hippies.
All right, here you go. What was the original name for the Grateful Dead?
No idea.
The book will tell you.
Which book? Which one? The acid.
Electric. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
really?
they're in it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Now,
Do you know who the Merry Pranksters are?
I've heard the term, but I don't know who they are.
Have you ever read The One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
No. No.
Man. Okay, you ever watched the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with
I have not. I know of it, but I have not watched
Okay, so the guy who wrote that, Ken Kesey,
yeah,
took a trip across the United States in a multicolored bus while they were tripping balls on acid.
Wow.
And it was one of it was going from California to New York to see Ken Kesey's debut on I think New York Times list or something. He was debuting the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest book, and it was this trip that they took.
Very interesting.
Crazy stuff.
That's making a big comeback now. Well, Joe Rogan is really pumping a lot of content about psychedelics. You know.
Yeah, microdosing and all that bull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting stuff.
It's all right. Do you know Dr. Timothy Leary?
Yes.
Okay, so if you looked into him, he was the counterculture. He was the guy that was the set and setting idea, where the Merry Pranksters and Ken Kesey and his band of people, Neil Cassidy included, the guy that drove the bus, was the main character in Jack Kerouac's On the Road.
Okay. Wow.
He was Cody Pomperay, and yeah. So all of that literature is connected to the counterculture of the 60s and the emerging 70s and disco and all that craziness. And
I'm just looking at the poster, the invitation poster from 1965. An acid test invitation. Very interesting.
Henry ending. If you know what, well, impress me, bro. Okay. No,
Corey,
looking it up.
Mr.
All right.
Mr.
Teach
Mr.
was an
Collins says-
O. Henry ending. O. Henry ending. Why is
Mr. Colley says Timothy Leary was my doctor. Matthew, how you doing this morning? Nice to see you.
Paul Murray help? Come on.
You can always do it.
Just because I have such a vast array of knowledge doesn't mean
Oh, there's no disputing that whatsoever.
I can discuss on anything, people. What do you want? Take the conversation in your direction, Mr. Murray.
No. Here's the kind.
I'm
here's,
just sitting
here's-
here.
Here's something for you to do: is in your genre of the way that you post, tell everybody to please hit the like button, will you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
the like button for Roger? Because Roger's cool.
Yeah, Roger. For Roger.
What do we have to do?
We want everybody to make sure they hit the like button before they come.
In your
before they leave.
unique voice, Louis P. Floyd.
Yes.
In mine?
Intro.
Yeah.
I think didn't I already control the environment, which in turn controlled Mr. Murray into saying it several times?
Well done. Well done. Here we go.
There was in college, I was told one time in a psych class that I was at, in that one of the things that the psych teacher was talking to us about was Pavlovian dog his teacher into a corner, and by smiles and such. So what his class did was every time the teacher did something that the class affirmed together as what they wanted, they would all smile. And every time they didn't, they would like frown at him. So what they ultimately did was they backed the man into a corner by smiling or frowning, by their raising and answering the questions and how he responded. So the man taught from the corner for half of the year. And then the smart one, my teacher, let the guy in on it, and he was befuddled about it. So he was like, whoa. So I was like, wow, that's heavy stuff. I control the environment, which in turn controls you, is huge. Because, well, especially for like classroom management. I mean, you don't want the kids beating on a drum that's next to the door as they walk in. Well, move the drum.
Yeah.
Or put shockers on it so that they
JDS says he loves Pavlovian responses.
Right. So O. Henry ending. I'm vaguely familiar with it, but I'm not sure.
It sounds vaguely gross. I don't know.
Well, is it O. Henry the short novelist, the short story writer? O. Henry? Because that
Yeah,
person.
probably not.
Is there a candy bar too, O. Henry?
Yeah.
Pavlovian. Yeah, ring that bell. They have her locker content. What? Okay.
So Roger, still raining there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have this all day. All day.
All day, every day, huh, Roger?
Oh, it has since it started at 9 o'clock last night. It's melting away the snow at least.
Oh, surprise ending. I like a surprise
Everybody check
ending.
out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them supported.
Kind of quiet in chat this morning.
So Louis, you fly both FPV and cinematic, or just FPV?
What do you mean by cinematic? Like line of
I'm
sight?
talking
like
about the old GPS drones.
DJ. I don't have any in my fleet right now. I have flown them. So the only thing that I would use GPS for would be long distance and like very accurate, panoramic. But I'm I don't fly those particularly. I fly the FPV, you know, where I'm the camera and the gimbal all in one.
Right. Right.
But I should say this. I've set up several non-GPS cinematic Ask drones. But from what I look at as cinematic, or a cinewhoop is something different from what you think is a cinematic drone,
Right.
where I'm still on, you know, the homemade built drone, but now they have ducks around them and they're bigger, and they're super steady and stable, so that you can get them right through little tight little corners and get that get that visual of parsing through small gaps.
I would
And
imagine an FPV that if you are able to have stability and fly slow enough, you're not going to get that camera doing so much of the pitching.
no, that's not. Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole idea. So you're still on a cinewhoop.
Thought we get back to here.
I gotta get on a cinewhoop. Here's one. There's a Cine B. This is a really small one. There's my camera. It's an HD camera feeding back to an HD SD card. This drone I can use it that way, but I don't. I can do flips and acro and all that. I can do all the crazy stuff, but I don't, because I want this to be super stable, to fly through and get the shot that's close.
Right.
Be able to fly through small gaps, to have that illusion of flying through something that looked like really, really big, that now when you're flying through it, you know, you've got that happening. That's a cool effect. And on this drone, there's no gimbal on it. The drone is the stability. So that's why it's super important to have good props. Try and put ND filters on so you don't have that jello that you see through not only the vibrations that might be caused by the drone, but the way that the aperture is bringing in the sunlight, and how it records onto the SD card.
Yeah.
A lot of people put filters on these things, but kind of like, tinted windows. Different levels of ND filters will give you bettering shades of like what we call buttery film, where there's absolutely no wiggle or jiggle or jello in your footage, either from the vibrations or that aperture flux, and it looks real buttery and so smooth. Then, guys and gals, on top of that, in post, take the footage and put it through this other thing called Real Steady, where it takes an algorithm and it adjusts that film, that video, so that if there's any wiggle in it, it processes it out so that it becomes even more steady, if you can imagine that.
Well, do you find that, you know, how you've got those a dual purpose? I think the prop guard, plus they also focus the air downward on that little guy. Do you find that adds stability to it as well?
Well, yeah, because all right. So flying a ducted drone versus an unducted drone, you can feel it in the sticks. I guess I can. That, you know, it's hard to explain. It's like the idea of like getting into your wife's car versus your car. They all drive the same, but one's a little sloppier or tighter or this or that than the other. Yeah. Those are the characteristics that you feel from, you know, versus those.
So would you say ducted is more responsive immediately, or less responsive? Or isn't there any correlation?
Not for me, no. It's just, I don't know. It's no, not really for me. No, because you can feel the software. If you're flying the locked in drone, whether you're in horizon level where you're locked in too, and locked in, what I mean by like the PIDs are locked in where there's no PID loop where there's any wiggles or anything or wobbles if you do something. If you're flying a locked in drone, a really well-tuned drone, and you're flying in a position like horizon where it won't flip over or won't do any of those things, you can feel I can feel the software push back. Like I push and you can feel it's only going to go to a certain level, and that's as far as it goes. When you switch it over to acro, it feels like it's just loose, and now you're keeping it all straight and steady. But then that translates back over to your gimbals on your sticks, how loose or smooth you have those. So it's like all of that kind of ties into smoothing your flight out and to smoothing your ability to fly.
Yeah, I was just wondering about whether there's any correlation, the size of the ducting, because I see some drones, they got huge ducts on them, and some.
Well, yeah, they're minutely in the flying characteristics, you can feel it, yes, but it's not going. You're flying those drones differently when those ducts are on there. You're not flying it as an acro, so you can't feel the difference. I mean, it's all locked in. It feels like you're locked in, I guess. When you take the training wheels off and make have smaller ducts like these, like I could break these ducts off of this drone and it won't fly any different.
Okay.
It's more for protection and for. Well, I got to take this call. I'll be right back.
I'm just trying to handle the Mavic 2 there, see how it feels in my hand.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yep.
The sticks are a lot tighter than the Spark car.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, the Spark's got more flexibility. These ones here are a little tight, I find.
Yeah. Well, over time they may loosen up a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
Roger, next time Kim's doing a live stream from his upstairs, you should fly the Mavic Mini through his space.
Yeah, well, and you got. Oh yeah, sure. I got my screen on. Yeah. True.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, Hugh, his next steps are, you haven't done it yet, have you? Turned it on and signed up and all that stuff?
That's gonna be this afternoon. I checked for the refresh how much it costs Canadian. It's $55 Canadian.
That's up to you, Roger. I didn't do that very often because I don't fly on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm pretty solid flyer. I know what I'm doing, and
but if anything happens to it, it's fully covered.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Worth every penny to me anyway, because
see, I have never ever had any issues with any drone in the last 7 years where I would have to send it in to have it replaced. So
okay,
it's just the nature of the kind of flying I do.
For sure.
Where some guys say, "Let's see how far we can go."
Well, you're also you're a good pilot. You're a Part 107 certified pilot who flies everything. I mean, you're an expert, right?
I'm a woodsman flyer.
Yeah, probably in your case, Roger, if you can do it, I would say get it at least for the first year. I think you can renew it after that.
Yes, Mr. Crawley. There you go. The Mavic Mini.
Have you flown it yet, Roger?
No. I got it yesterday. And it's been raining since 9 o'clock last night.
Right.
So.
Oh, come on! You haven't flown it inside?
He hasn't even initiated it.
I would have flown it inside.
He hasn't turned it on.
I didn't have time to do that yet. I have some rubber prop guards for a few dollars. Really helpful props. They're a pain on the Mini. No, I don't need prop guards. No.
Well, what he's talking about is when you go to put it away or store it, the little bands that go around the whole. Because if you notice, them damn props, they just are flippy floppy.
Yeah.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Yeah. His props only floppy in the evening.
Good morning, Drone Journey. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm excited for you for that, Roger. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. Very happy too.
Hopefully Paul Murray doesn't see you crash it.
Well, you know, he's Rogers. If you ever watch any of his fights, he's pretty easy on his equipment. He's not.
What, like me?
No, like Kim.
Like, oh,
Boom.
Kim will be getting up now.
Kim flies
Defend his honor.
Kim flies on the edge.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it, man.
And nothing wrong with that if that's what you are. But if you're, it's like when I was a kid, every toy I ever had, when I stopped playing with toys, they were just like pristine new, like when I got them. And I knew people that used to beat the hell out of them. And it's like, this was hanging off, that's hanging off. This is scraped up.
Unfortunately, Paul, I was very much like you too. I still have like 90% of my childhood toys.
There you
because
go.
I took care of them.
Yeah.
I wasn't like my roughkin cousins who like would blow their GI Joes up.
There it is, Hugh.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on, wait for it.
I also have the small carrying case for the controller and the mini. Okay.
I'll show you how nostalgic and how easy I am on my things. I built this.
Oh my God.
I built this with my buddy
Awesome.
back in, now let me show you some of the graphics on here.
That old
This is-
SS rocket?
Yeah, this is back in the first Desert Storm back in the 90s.
Saddam Hussein.
That is really cool. I'm so glad you kept that. What a piece of history, eh?
Oh, we completely hand built this. Every bit of this is
No kidding.
cardboard that we cut ourselves. Check it out.
Yep, off with the parachute.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't want to take it out because it's in there.
So I would assume you just bought motors, basically.
Yeah, it was I think it was an E-cell motor.
Nice.
We built this thing so well. We blew it off like maybe 4 or 5 times. It was great.
Really cool. That's good. I wish I had kept some of mine.
Oh, yeah, I love this thing. The only thing that's busted on it is the back wing, but that's easily fixable. But yeah, we did our own paint job.
That's pretty freaking cool.
That was awesome. So I guess I was into aviation back when I was a kid. I was into a lot of things when I was a kid.
Jack Sparky, Roger got the Flymore kit, and he's got the little case to put it in.
Case, yeah.
3 batteries and the charger. And yeah, sweet rocketry class 101, 1975. I built one. Yeah. I used to have, I remember now too, my grandfather was a great guy. He bought me, and it only flew 3 times, and my father flew it all 3 times because that was a real. It was a gas. It was a small, I don't know, maybe size of a computer or so. It was a small plasticky, weird plasticky
on a tether.
Gas powered, brother, on a freaking tether. You know, I was standing like this by my dad as he was going around in circles, getting drunker and as he went around.
That's a dangerous toy.
My God, yeah, because it could have wrapped around you and freaking kill you. We only flew it 3 times. The 3rd time it broke and it never flew again. I always just played with the gas motor and stuff.
My grandfather bought me one of those. My grandfather, kind of like yours, used to buy me extravagant gifts. He bought me one of those, but we never got it to fly because my dad would never do it and I couldn't do it. So it just sat in my room.
Yeah. Oh no, we flew the damn thing. It was.
But it looked dangerous.
I remember it was like scary to start and everything. You had to like prime it with your finger. It was like, get your hand out of there. My dad ended up doing it with a screwdriver because he didn't want to put his finger in there.
I had other friends that had them, so I'd seen them fly, but I never did get mine to work.
So.
Well, I remember back when they had those on the string, where you went like that. And you used to have
that's what they had. He had
spring on the shaft, and you used to hook it on the shaft. You'd wind it up, and all of a sudden, brrr, brrr.
To start it.
Oh, to start it. No, we
start
weren't
it.
that fancy. We were the. But I remember it was like a stick you had to hold.
Yeah.
And like the way you would turn it would work
Yep.
the elevons or the elevators or
Up
whatever.
and down. Yep.
And then it would, because all it would do is that and go
Yeah.
around you. And we had a decent sized yard, but he kept it on a short tether because you could
Yeah.
do the length of
And they
tether.
complain about our drones. Can you imagine if those things had
Oh
to
my-
take off,
God.
figuratively speaking? Or
Yeah.
wow.
Jack Sparky says, well, we shot arrows straight up in the air and ran.
Well, we had those freaking lawn darts, the jarts or whatever that we used
Oh,
to
the
play.
jarts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to throw those, and they come down and boom, right into the ground.
Yep.
Good times.
And then they came out. Didn't they come out right after that when it became known as being dangerous? They came out with beanbag jarts.
Yeah, bocce ball kind of stuff. You know, like, that's the man. You guys got to get rid of that snow there.
Yeah, we're hoping that's going to go away with all this rain.
Hashtag Canada, eh?
Yeah, starting to see the fields in the front there, so it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently-
Mark's going to be missing that.
Apparently, the cats around our place here too are going without kitty litter because people are buying that up around here too. Apparently, my wife just went to BJ's and said, "All right, I'm gonna go get the cat litter," and she couldn't. She was like, "What? The cats are having problems too?"
What?
Yeah.
No. What are they doing? Putting cat litter into their underwear or something? Or
I
what?
don't know.
Well, here it was on the news last night. Here in Montreal, they wanted to start closing down the pet stores. But the owners are saying, look, where are the people going to buy their pet food?
Yeah.
You know, this one store survives almost on that only. So, and they're starting to ship the pets out of the stores to certain places.
Oh my God, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
All the live
Yeah.
animals. Yeah, holy shit.
That's why I went and got more dog food too at the same time. But I'm sure the dog food won't go out of stock unless us elderly people start eating dog food.
Yeah. Tell me you haven't tasted it before, Roger.
No. Yeah.
Well, no. The problem is if people start panic buying for their pets, then they're gonna do the same thing to the supply chain that pasta and bread and milk is happening.
Mm.
And that'll really be a disastrous effect. I mean, I just saw reports here, because everybody's panic buying and just buying everything, even like gluten-free pasta. Oh, I'm gonna get that too. Well, what about the freaking people that can't eat regular pasta? Now you've gone up and bought their gluten-free pasta too for your hoarding Armageddon
people
or
go in and
apocalypse or whatever.
they can't get the regular, so they buy the gluten free, and the people that need the gluten free,
Right. Can't. Yeah. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Well, I ordered another bag of dog food for Mia. I ordered from Chewy, and normally I get it in 1 or 2 days. Then I got it after I ordered it. I get a notice that it will ship within the next 10 or 12 days.
Oh. How do you trust that, right?
Yeah.
Because anything
Might
can
have a
happen.
cold. Your employer has to be safe too, so you can't take any chances there, Nicholas. So in the rough times like this, guys, don't forget your pets. I know one thing, my pet won't forgive me for.
Yeah, your pet will probably end up eating you.
Yeah.
Well, my 5-pound dog didn't eat too much. I'll tell you that. She only ate like a tiny handful of food a day. One bag would last her a year.
Yeah, what was the name of that water toy? What they're talking about? It looked like a bucket, and they painted a face on it, a head, and you turned the water on, and it snaked around up in the air. And
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's old school toy. What was
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
and I remember when they first came out with a slip and slide. Oh my God!
The break your finger slide.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Crawley's just talking about there.
Yeah,
Those
the
called
originally
Mr.
the
Wiggles.
slip and slide because
What, Mr. Crowley? I do remember. What the hell was that called? I think my cousins had one. I was always afraid of that thing.
but originally the slip and slide when it first came out, they omitted in the directions to add water before use. And so they had to put in a notice afterwards, make sure that there's water on there. Because they had some adults would jump on it and just
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Idiots. Don't they understand? I mean, just
Mr. Wiggles was the name Mr. Crowley says.
Mr. Wiggles, yeah. Yeah, here we go, people. Caution, this hot coffee is hot.
Yep. Well, that lady got hundreds of thousands of dollars for having hot coffee she spilled on herself at McDonald's.
That's what I'm talking about. Idiots.
Good times.
Now, Joan Journey, I hope you can get your meds. Yeah. Mine were delivered yesterday, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, how the hell does that work? I'm worried about like my mom because she has pretty highfalutin meds where you can't go 2 weeks out. She has to take blood tests.
Her pharmacy doesn't deliver?
Yes, they do, but they're like, they're pain medication because she has really bad back and blah blah blah. So they're narcotic, and she has to have blood tests to have these certain medication and this and that and the other thing. But yeah, they're saying, oh, you have to be 2 weeks out. She can't get those things 2 weeks out.
Because when I order my medication again for the month.
They have now Amazon Pharmacy, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they do because I know that
Not in Canada, they don't.
Amazon.
I haven't seen it in Canada, Paul.
Your doctor has to call it into Amazon and then they fill it.
You see how we get our meds here, Paul? Lewis?
Oh, really? Well, she
see,
has a.
See how we get them here? Our meds?
That's crazy.
I'll show you.
They're saying that they may expand it to Canada and the UK, Paul, but they don't have it in Canada yet.
Oh, okay.
That's handy though. I like. Although at the same time, I kind of worry that Amazon is just gobbling up too many things.
Worried? They are. They've done it. They're on their way.
Guy in town,
down the other side of the hill.
They've got a monopoly on delivery. Like the supply chain is going to be Amazon only in 10 years.
This is how we get our meds.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And one for each period, right?
Well, that's one for each week. Yeah, I get 4 of them like that.
Wow.
So you guys, it's the morning, afternoon,
and you
nighttime.
and you don't have to worry about it. They just keep sending them, right?
Yeah, they just keep coming. And I just keep on writing checks. But it costs me $94 a month each month.
Now, is that for all the prescriptions that you need?
Yeah.
No, would that go? Let me ask you this: if you went to the doctors and the doctor said, "All right, you need this type of medicine for this,"
Yeah.
Would adding another prescription raise that cost?
Nope. Same cost.
So you could be like 100 pills a day on that, and it's $94 versus 100 pill or 2 pills a day, and it's still $94.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
yeah.
Jack Sparky Front. Toledo sold the 58-acre parcel to Amazon for $1 because, like, Amazon doesn't have any money to pay for the land, right?
Yeah.
Let's just give it to them. No problem. But
No,
I guess
it's probably because it's like they did here in Lachine, Quebec. They sold them property, but because they're building a big.
They want jobs, right?
Yeah, it's gonna give them over 400 something jobs here in the town. So.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen down south in New York State here in near the city, and that all fell through for one reason or another.
They're making it's the biggest company in the world. It's the biggest company in the history of companies, right?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wakey. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised that the other place, like the states and all that, don't do their meds like that. Even in the hospitals, when they get their patients, all their meds are like that here in the hospital. They're all in separate things.
Oh, it's all centralized then. Well,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Huh.
And say like if my doctor decides that I don't need that pill no more, I just got to bring all those packages back to the pharmacy. They open them up, they take the pills out, and they put the new ones in. It's the same.
That's a great
Oh.
service.
Yeah, they don't charge me for that.
Kind of wish they did that here in Ontario.
Mm,
Or maybe they do, I guess, if it's in certain cases.
yeah. Hey, Brant, how you doing? It's 15 Celsius over there? Wow, you're lucky. Last time I looked, it was doing 0 Celsius here. That's 0 Celsius is 33 Fahrenheit.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we're doing now there, because I checked that early this morning. Let's see. Left near. They're saying we're supposed to get thunderstorms today. Right now it's doing 32 Fahrenheit. We're supposed to get the high of 55 Fahrenheit today. Right now it's doing 0 Celsius. We're supposed to hit 13 Celsius today. Yeah. Crazy wind on there, Brent. Yeah. Well, we're going to get it's coming this way. That snow's not melting fast. I got this camera on all the time. I can see outdoors all the time. I'm getting fed up with looking at snow all the time. The land was an old mall. Okay. Yeah, Jack Sparky. That's why they're going to build that. They're going to build their. Frick! I keep on forgetting the name of that place.
Amazon.
Yeah, they're going to build their storage there.
Distribution center. Yep.
Yep. You're looking for a job. They pay good apparently. Like me, I can go back to work if I want. I'm retired, but they're not paying me more handicap or anything. So I can go back to work if I wanted to, and they'll take me back right away. But I don't think I'll be able to hack it.
Can you go back, Roger, and work like part-time or on call?
Yeah, I'll be on part-time, but I won't be able to hack it because it'd be too much walking. Because my trade is disinfecting, right? That's what I used to do in the hospitals, disinfections. And the snow is all gone here. They took down all the snow fences fields yesterday. Okay.
So I went back and looked at that little bit that I did with you guys yesterday with that Prezi video and stuff, and it was pretty smooth. It looked great.
Yeah.
It worked well.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, party people. I'm gonna move on with my day and find something productive to get done with my family.
You think you're gonna get out and fly?
Yeah, I'll probably. Probably because it's rainy out and junky out. I won't get to fly the drone I want to fly, but I'll still fly. I'll bring out some of my conformal coated drones and just practice doing maneuvers.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Okay, Paul. Well, it was great seeing you.
Hey guys, thanks for having me again. Thanks, Roger. Bye, everybody in the chat. How many people we got? Boy, we got quite a few. I hit the like button. You saw it. I said like it, baby.
Yeah. You did.
I did.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
All right. Bye-bye.
We haven't seen John DiNardo this morning at all.
He must be very busy.
I don't know. He said he was on vacation.
He's probably gone shopping for his toilet paper he couldn't find.
Ah, yeah, he's still hunting that down for sure.
Yeah, they called back all the retired nurses and all that wanted to go back to work.
Uh-huh.
And over 7,000 nurses went back to work that were retired in the whole province.
Well, there's 2 or 3 reasons probably that they wanted to do it. One is they want to help out. 2 is their dedication to what they have done for a lifetime. And the third is the money don't hurt. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of like having a little nest egg, you know?
How this two Muppets. Hey, Brent.
What?
Drone Journey says that now this leaves us with 2 Muppets.
Did he say Muppets?
Yeah.
Did he say Muppets? Wow.
Everybody check out everybody's channel. Make sure you still got them. I hope you're doing a lot better, Wakey, health-wise. There for a while there, you weren't doing that good.
Mana mana do 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 mana mana do 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 mana mana.
A covert team of hipsters have kidnapped John DiNardo. There you go. That's true, Drone Journey.
Well, I suppose I could always call him. Say, hey.
No,
I don't mind. Yeah.
And I almost missed it. Where is Herman? Herman usually comes on around 11.
11 o'clock, Herman. Yep.
Yeah.
And we're kind of thrown off by an hour because Roger starts at 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. Yes, where are you?
He's where?
You said. I'm working. Oh, you're working. Okay, because everybody.
Hang on again.
All right. All right. Well, everybody's been asking where John DiNardo is.
I had to go to work today.
Okay.
Holy crap. All the United States screwed up, boy. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we wanted to check on Mr. Donardo because everybody was concerned.
I'll try to get on.
Okay.
I've been busy this morning working on trying to get in the text kit.
Well,
So I have to get on the Canadian zone.
we thought you got mobbed in the store trying to get toilet paper. Yep. Yep. Okay, John, we'll look for you.
Well, let me see before I leave this. I'm at Police Month in another town over. I'll try to sign on for the parking lot, see if I can come in the live stream. I just won't be able to text anyone.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, buddy.
See you in a minute.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yep. He's out foraging as we speak.
Okay.
He says it's a zoo out there. He says everybody in the United States has lost their minds.
Well, it's Friday. It's payday, so everybody's out running to the stores to get their stuff. Nope. There you go. Hey, John.
Hey, what's
Hey,
going on?
John.
So you're having
Oh, my
fun?
phone's gonna stay there. Oh yeah, I'm having a blast. Needed to get a bolt. One bolt.
Okay.
So,
Oh, good Lord.
so has everybody kind of lost their mind out there, or what?
Oh my God. I walked into the store with my famous Rodney
Coffee.
Bell travel mug, right?
Don't pick it.
And they almost mugged me. You're not allowed to go in the store with an open mug or whatever. It's like,
Uh-huh.
what? I said, this is cleaner than going over there where everyone's coughing, sneezing, and grabbing the paper tops and everything else, you bunch of idiots. This is my own personal space, you dumbasses. Right? It's better if you brought your own mug in than everybody's touching the paper mugs and the tops and everything.
Yeah, but they don't like touching personal mugs.
Well, no, we fill our own coffee.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't fill it for us. We fill them at the
Ah,
Cumberland Farms. You put them under the machine,
okay.
right? So it's like, well, you got everyone touching the tops. I don't want to touch the tops. I want to use my own mug.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
I didn't argue with them. I just went over there, grabbed a mug, filled it up, went, paid for it, and poured it into my cup outside. I
Okay.
didn't grab one of their tops because everyone's touching the tops and blah 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 and making their own coffee. And so they got a coffee stand there with the coffee all against the wall. I'll have to video it. You guys don't have that stuff around there, right? So they got all these.
There is places you fill up your own coffee. Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah.
What do you want?
It's $1.06. $1.06 any size. That's their cup.
Okay. But for your auto parts, they don't deliver to your store, to your garage?
They normally do, but they stopped delivering because of the virus.
Oh, God.
They make
Okay.
one run in the morning, so if you call, you'd have to call the day before to get the parts. We just took this car apart, found a broken bolt.
Okay.
On this bolt broken.
Uh-huh.
Holds the lower control arm on,
Huh.
and the top of it is missing. And the guy went to the dealer, and the dealer wanted like $1,000 to do it.
Oh.
And I have this special tool that goes up in there and it grabs it. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Right there, it grabs the edges of it,
Okay.
bites into it, and pulls it out. So it was, it's going to be the cost of the bolt, which the bolt is, believe it or not, $9.55 to me. For that bolt. And like an hour's labor, so it'll be way under what the dealer wanted.
Yeah.
I got to get some kind of holder for my phone if I'm going to do these live streams to the Canadian Drone Hub like this. I don't know where to put my phone.
Well, they've got those ones that go into the vents,
Yeah.
and then they also you plug the holder in, and you set your phone in there and squeeze it together, and it charges your phone at the same time.
Yeah, I saw those things. Those were a great idea when they first came out. Absolutely. The problem with my car, the cup holders are way down there and back there, so I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to look down at you guys there. I couldn't drive like that.
Oh, they got suction cups that go on your windshield and everything.
Yeah, I like my camera there. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got to find the right one. I have a dash cam I use. So if I find one, that'll go right in the corner here. So what's everybody talking about this morning? What's going on? I've been out of the loop.
We were talking about everything: teaching, school, music, records, books.
Who's in the chat? Is Mark in the chat and everybody's in the chat?
No, Mark's not in here. Lewis was here.
Who's P. Floyd?
Yeah. Hugo's on. He's gone off for now. I don't know where he's gone to. He's probably gone to have breakfast.
Mark,
We got Wiki in here. We got Mr. Crowley.
Wakey, Mr. Crowley. Yeah, everything's going. Yeah, so I got an emergency call from him. I was just about to jump in the shower at like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I'll go on to the Canadian Drone Hub right after this. And
Yeah.
I went down there, saw what was going on. They ripped the part out. Whoops, guess I went out the entrance. Whoopsie. I didn't have that clearly marked. It's a brand new store. They just put it up. We never used to have a Mazda dealer around us.
Jack Sparky says hi.
Hey, Jack Sparky.
Centroid's
My
still
wheels
here.
are
Asgard Studios will be back in a few. He's in the garage. Oh, you just cut out on us, John.
Bad
Mark
internet.
Centroid said he's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're back, John. Okay.
Damn iPhone. You don't have any chat when you're on the iPhone
Yeah.
with Zoom. But I don't know how good the internet is. I'm in the center of what's called West Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Or I'm on their back there where I just came out of the strip where I came out of. And two places own them all. And Belize owns most of them. And the other one's Patera. They're like the biggest. They're all over here.
How far are you away from your shop?
Well, I get on the highway. It's about 15 minutes. I'm about 25 miles away from the shop, but everything's so close to the highway where I am. I can get on all these different highways from where my shop is. That's what makes it ideal, and get just about anywhere. It's amazing. I could take the Mass Pike back now, or I can take 91. I'm going to take 91 back. It's a free road. It's not a pay. The Mass Pike or Route 90 is a pay road, but they switched over to automatic passes, which I have one, but it doesn't always work all the time. And then they send you a bill in the mail for 97 cents plus the filing fee of $1. So it comes out to be $1.97. It's like, Jesus Christ, cost me more for the stamp.
Joan Cherney says, John, charge the guy $500, half price.
Yeah, no. We don't do that. That's why we're still busy. People are bringing us stuff from the dealers. They're trying to gaff them.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And I'm wondering if he had brought it to this dealer, because it's kind of rare for them to have this special bolt in stock. Even the guy said that to me. Surprised we had that in stock. So I think he had brought the car there. They had given him an.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, John, your internet's not working that good. That's for sure.
Hopefully, I'm still. Looks like I'm frozen. Did I lose you?
Yeah, you're back now.
Bad internet. Because I'm going through all the tunnels and everything to get up onto the highway.
Okay.
I'm going to be on the highway here in a second. And I'm surprised how much traffic there is. For a state of emergency, I'm going to have a hard time merging onto the highway.
Like I said, it's payday. Everybody's running to the stores.
Yep. So this ambulance just cut me off. He was supposed to move out of the way, and he didn't. He doesn't have a patient on there. It's a private ambulance, national ambulance company.
Okay.
Nobody knows how to merge.
Yeah, and here we have to pull over, because if we don't pull over, we get a ticket if the cops see us. If you don't merge over.
Yeah, he didn't move out of the way. He
Yeah.
had 3 other lanes. Back there was a 4-lane highway, so he could actually move over. They didn't move over.
Yeah.
The big tractor trailer truck moved over that was behind him, but he didn't. They're still going like 45 in the slow lane. He doesn't have his lights on, and I can see there's an accident on the other side. But I can't believe how much traffic there is for a state of emergency, you know?
Well, I guess everybody's rushing to get everything else, because here they might be closing down some areas for sure. We're up to 200 now, victims here.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That sucks. How about Paul? What about in your area?
Yeah, it's not bad. Mostly it's bad where high population. But then again, you get out in away from the bigger cities, and I do know somebody told me that our local hospital are treating 100 coronavirus patients. But the media doesn't tell you that.
Right.
Because my hospital is one of a big network of hospitals all over Southeast Michigan. So we're thinking that they're shipping them here.
Right. They might be if it's a quarantinable hospital.
Yeah.
It probably is, being in a port. So, in the Holyoke Mall, I'm passing that. That's actually open until they can stay open until 5.
Well, they've also instituted the I don't know what level 3 or whatever it is for the hospital. You just can't go and walk into the emergency room anymore. You have to be pre-screened somewhere else.
Yeah, my mother's man friend that lives with her, brother just found out he has cancer, so they're bringing him to appointments like yesterday and today.
Yeah.
And you have to drive up, let him out in a certain area. People come out to you, grab him, and bring him in. You're not allowed even to get by the doors.
Yep. That's the way it is at the vet offices here too.
Yeah.
You make an appointment, you pull up and you call and say, I'm here. They come out and they'll get your pet. And then you sit there in the parking lot and wait, and they'll
We're kind of doing that at the shop too. We're trying to have, and if they feel at all sick, we don't want them to come in. Just, call us and drop your car off, and we'll take care of it.
Now, are you doing anything special about wiping the car down when you get in?
Oh yeah, we got sprays and everything. As long as we can still get it, and he's got gloves on, and so.
Hey, how did you make out in your toilet paper quest?
Casey went to the grocery store yesterday because I put all my feelers out and said, as soon as, my phone fell. As soon as, you see some, grab it. And she went into Big Y, the store I showed you those pictures.
Yeah. You're on mute now, John.
Yeah, you got no sound, John.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I definitely gonna have to.
So you ended your speech at she went into Big Y, and that was the last we heard.
She went into Big Y where I had showed you that picture of the bare shells.
Yeah.
And it was all full. They had a truck that night, so she grabbed me a 12-pack. So we're fine for 6 more days. I'll put at the shop. I'll put 6 there, and I'll bring 6 home. And if they need 6 more, I'll bring it from home and bring it there. And so we're good. Yeah. Yep. sounds like they're going to make, everybody stop doing everything here in another day or two. We're waiting to see. They might shut the city down, so we don't know yet.
Lockdown, huh?
Yep. Because now it's close to us. So the hospital that my girl works at, Casey, had 2 patients with it day before yesterday, and they supposedly weren't around anyone or anything, but they'll track it down and find out where they got it.
Yeah.
So trying not to knock the phone off when I go around this corner. There we go.
Yeah, well, they're trying to. There's a few people are driving around all town and on the buses, on the metro with it and everything. They're trying to find out. They're trying to tell
Yeah,
exact
you got all
time
these,
they were there.
yeah, you get these crazies. That's what they're going to do. They're going to get themselves sick, and then they're going to go try and get everyone else sick.
Yeah.
But, you got people coming in and they're hacking and sneezing. It's like, hey, get back outside. Oh, it's just a cold. How do you know? You've been tested? Well, no. All right. Spray them and get the hell out. What the hell? If I had symptoms, I certainly wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing right now. But so what is it? Just you and Paul on the panel this morning? Everyone else is
Yep. For now, yeah.
Well,
Hugh
Hugh has stepped away. He's out in the garage, but he's black screened.
Yeah. Mr. Crawley says the beaches are packed in Miami.
They are. They're packed in Miami.
That's stupid. That is.
Well, the kids, did you see any of the interviews with the kids, Roger? I mean, absolutely asinine. Oh, we're not afraid of that. They said they were comparing the virus to global warming. Global warming's far worse than this virus is. It's like, yep, our school system's doing great for these college kids.
Yeah. Well, really, it's the governor of Miami should be booted out.
Well, yeah, but
they're
the
letting
kids
them do it.
But the kids, the way they're talking, it's like they don't even care.
Yeah.
They don't even care.
Yeah.
Well, any place where these kids are congregating, if I was the governor, I would shut down the beaches and close all the bars and restaurants.
Well, that's exactly what they did in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And they did it with force. They didn't do it. They came out there with 100 guys. I wish I had seen them walking down the beach, clearing everybody off. But we were, in the hotel. I didn't even think to look over the balcony. When I did, it was just them leaving. I didn't even have time to take a picture of it. Just empty beach. From having hundreds of people on the beach to nothing within 15, 20 minutes.
It'd be fun to hand every one of those kids a card that says, if mommy and daddy won't come and get you, call Bernie.
Call Bernie.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's just people, especially these young people, just don't get it, and it's hard for anybody that understands what's going on. No, we don't want to panic. You don't want to panic, but you don't want to, stick it out there in the wind either,
Yeah, you got to be a little more cautious than what they're doing. I mean, it is a little bit of a pain in the ass, and it's going to hurt a lot of people, but hopefully we recover from it, I mean, financially, it's going to destroy a lot of people. I mean, there's businesses that were just starting up because the economy actually was doing good. We have a lot of startup businesses in my area that were just starting within the last 6 months,
Yeah. Drone Journey just put in the chat. He says an emergency nurse in the UK did a 48-hour shift, tried to go shopping and could not buy anything. She was seen crying in her car on BBC News.
Now, see, those people, any medical field at this point should be getting catered to because they're your best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people should
Yeah, having problems again.
Hey, Hugh's back.
not necessarily relying on the government, it's relying on each other.
Hey, Hugh's back with us, John. So now, Hugh, we got Mr. In and Out John DiNardo because he's in and out.
Driving.
He's driving.
3.5.
There we go. Now I can see him. Now I see him.
There we go.
I got this crappy iPhone, so never seems to work right.
Oh yeah, I know what that's like.
Hi, Hugh.
Hi, John. How you doing, bud?
I went to go get a bolt, a $9 bolt.
Bolt.
He's working.
No.
They're working at the shop. They're working on a car. It's a car, right?
Yeah, Mazda. A Mazda lower control arm bolt.
And how much did they want to charge him to do that?
Oh, like $400 and something.
To replace that bolt?
Because they said they had to take the subframe down and change a bunch of stuff. But we just went up there with one of our easy outs and ripped it out of there and ran a thread chaser through the hole. This is the old bolt right here, missing the head on it.
Yeah.
And we just grabbed it on the end where the head was missing. You can see the bite marks from the tool.
Yeah.
Came right out. And even the guy, I don't know if you heard him, Paul, when he says, I'm surprised we had that bolt in stock.
Yeah.
My poor wife is just getting calls to go here and there. She's in healthcare, so she's working like crazy.
I bet.
Afternoon, I'm gonna
We
have
were
to-
just talking about that. People should be taking care of our healthcare workers.
Yeah.
You know, they're busy working, and if they need stuff done, people that know they're not sick should be helping them.
Yeah.
Going shopping, doing this, you know.
Yeah,
Watch
I'm
their
making food.
Yep.
Hey, there he is.
What up, Mr.
Mark is in the house.
Hello. Hey, John. How you doing? Hello, everybody. I'm doing well. I figured it was safe now that Paul was off, Louis B. Floyd. I hope he's listening.
Kiss my ass, Mark.
I love Paul. He's taught me everything I know about FPV. And the only thing I don't possess is his modesty. I need to work on that.
You really should.
Yeah, he's you know, I joke with him about that. I joke with him. He's a good guy. But yeah, no, I texted him. I said, I got to get ready for class because that commute I got to get to my job is hell today.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I gotta plan that time in to get to my classroom. So aside from that,
that's like that. I don't know if you saw that commercial yet about audiobooks. The woman gets up, the husband's there and everything. They're making coffee and everything. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to work now. And she puts her audiobook on, gets her car, drives all down, and comes back home. An hour later, and goes into her office.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I do think this is going to be the wave of the future. After all this, you're going to see a lot more people saying, it's not such a bad idea to let people work from home if they can do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's definitely a good idea. I mean,
well, on his test one yesterday, for those that don't know, you had how many students show up?
I was expecting 4 or 5, and it wound up being about 43. So
wow.
43
really?
students, yeah.
Holy crap.
And
they
it was
went
only for
out of their way to dial in to see.
And they had a ball with it actually. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you. There are a couple things I had to figure out. Like for example, at one point I muted them all, and the kids could unmute themselves. And they're like, we can unmute ourselves. I'm like, oh really? So that's why I'm glad I did it. So I looked real quick, and I'm like, oh, there was a switch that allowed them that prevented them from unmuting themselves. So I said, go ahead and now try it, smart Alec, and they're like, oh, damn it. And then I had the annotate thing going, and I'm writing on it. Next thing you know, I see smiley faces and hearts.
Yeah, they're
You
right.
know, and all they're writing on it too. I'm like, what the heck? And they're like, we can draw on it too. Isn't this cool? And they're like, they were having fun with it. They weren't being disrespectful, but they were just having a blast with it. And I'm like,
That could
okay,
actually
now,
be good, right?
what?
That could actually be good because you
That-
could do a
Yeah,
problem.
I could have
Okay.
them do the problem. Yeah, and
As
so
long
but
as Mark is controlling it.
yeah, I did
Right. Well,
find
he can go click.
after the fact. I found out how to prevent them from annotating. So they didn't realize. I said I'm gonna have to figure this out, and I think they're hoping I'm not gonna be able to do that, but they won't be able to annotate now. And we figured out times, and we start today at 1 o'clock. I do 2 classes today, one at 1 and one at 2:30, and we'll see how it goes. But they were all excited about it. I think they're bored.
I got to jump out of here. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay,
All right,
John,
guys.
take care.
See ya.
Yeah, I think that was great, Mark. How you how the response you got.
Oh, I was surprised. And what I wound up doing is because some of them don't have their own personal computers, I had Google Hangouts and Zoom going at the same time. So I had like 5 kids in Google Hangouts and the rest were in Zoom. I'm trying to get them to be all in Zoom. That's why I have this stupid thing on now, this little microphone, because they couldn't hear me in Google Hangouts.
Okay.
Because Zoom was using this microphone.
Yeah.
And they couldn't hear me. Now I got to have a second microphone so that I can talk to them. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear them. But that's okay. They can always type in the chat as long as they
So
can hear me.
how did the Google Hangouts look?
Horrible. It was crap.
Okay.
It was absolute crap. But you know what? It'll get them by. I can share the screen the same way on Google Hangouts. So when I share on Zoom, I just have to make sure I mirror that on Google Hangouts, and they can see it as well. It's going to be a bit of a orchestration here that I got to figure out, but we'll get through it.
Yeah.
I'll get used to it. But you know, I'd gotten an email. I got an email from my tech department saying, "Oh, we all know that you want to use Zoom, but for legal reasons, we can't download that and have that on their computers." Blah blah blah. We've configured Google Chrome, Google Hangouts to be able to record. You should be using that. And I immediately wrote back, said, "No freaking way. Google Hangouts is garbage. That's why everybody wants Zoom, and I'm going to do it this way. And if you don't like it, too bad." You know, so because kids are doing it on their own personal computers, so they can't argue with that. But I don't know. It's just our district just doesn't like to. They don't like it when other people come up with the ideas. You know what I mean? So if they had come up with Zoom, they would have been pushing Zoom, but everybody else is putting Zoom on them. They're like, "What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. We know what we're talking about."
Just tell them all of Canada's doing it on Zoom with their
I'm going to, if that email comes back negatively, I'm saying, "Listen, we're behind the times. All of Canada is using Zoom for education." So my wife's using it, huh?
Don't let the Canadians shame us. Come on.
Are you kidding me? To avoid being political, I'm just going to shut my mouth now.
Well, Mark, what you do is when you talk to him, you say, "Hey, we're American. We're American.
We're American. We're old school." Sometimes that is good school, but hey, what's up, Herman?
Drone Journey wrote you something there, Mark.
Oh, Drone Journey, what's up? Hi, Mark. OBS is okay, but do you have any experience with Streamlab version? I want to say Streamlab is more bare bones than the regular version, if I'm not mistaken.
Streamlab, you only allow 6 people on.
Well, your thing is StreamYards. I think he's talking about Streamlab's version of OBS might be the basic version. Do yourself a favor, if you open up OBS, go to Tools and click on it and see if you have something called Virtual Cam. If you don't, then you either want to get this Virtual Cam plugin or go to the regular OBS. I don't think I have the Streamlabs version. I think the
plugin for
yeah, I think Streamlabs is a very basic bare bones version of OBS, or it's the other way around. I don't know which one is which.
OBS is the original. It's the open source.
Open source one. I think I use that one. I think Streamlabs is pretty much what you see is what you get, and that's what you work with. So I can try to find the link for you if you want to update.
Hey, Herman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing?
Well, we're hanging here.
I'll be right back when I go get a coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, Drone Journey. If you ever want to set up a Zoom call and I can work with you on OBS, I'd be glad to do it.
How are the streets in New York City looking there, Herman?
Yeah, okay.
Pretty quiet.
Which is not the real, heavy crowd, but people are out.
That's good.
Yeah. As well, they should be, as long as they're not out in crowds.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, you know, they're not, you know, the stores are empty.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a lot, you know, small stores are not having a crowd of people in.
It's funny, we're able to get a lot of stuff here, but obviously certain things like bread and toilet paper.
Well, the animals are benefiting from it.
But I bought 4 boxes of ice cream sandwiches today. No problem. Lots of those in. Well, if I can't get bread, hell, I might as well eat ice cream sandwiches. What the hell? I eat something.
You know, the restaurants, you know, a couple of guys here, that's like one guy was the CEO of some restaurant company there. They own a bunch of restaurants here in New York, and they're closing and laying off people a lot from, you know, a lot of the places that some of them don't do takeout. You know, so what they're doing is they're perishable food.
Yeah.
They're cooking all of it and giving it away to their employees, and then they're going to set up food pantries with the rest of the food to give to their employees. And he says that he's taking his salary from from the corporation and donating it to his employees.
Wow, good for him.
Because when this is over, he says he needs to have his restaurants open back up.
Yeah, yeah.
And he can't lose those people.
Be nice if other companies follow suit like that, eh?
Well, a few of them are doing it because they almost have to. Because he said it'll take about 2 weeks before you go under.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how sensitive it is.
No
Those
business?
businesses, yeah, it doesn't take long for them to go belly up. They don't have that steady stream.
He says once you're not breaking even, it's over.
You know what? We need more flexibility in our system. I hope we build it in next time. I really do. I hope we retrofit our system, you know what I mean? And put checks and balances in so that things are a little bit more elastic, right? Probably not.
So how you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing all right. It's funny, you know, very little has changed for me because I'm always at home anyway. I'm basically a hermit. So, I mean, I don't see too many people, and not much has changed for me.
Okay. Well, I'm home. I mean, it's supposed to be 70 degrees today. It's crazy because who cares if it's raining and there's a fog that you can't see, you know, more than a quarter of a mile away, if that.
I don't mind the snow, but I never fly in the rain. I don't know. I find that a little bit dangerous. You fly in the rain, okay?
No.
No, not at all.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Because I had my Mavic Air dunked in the water one time just for 5 seconds, and it killed it. But snow, I never have a problem with. I never seem to accumulate any kind of moisture on the drone while it's flying through snow.
Right.
And I suspect even if it's a light rain, you'd probably be okay. You know, there's enough turbulence around the props, and as it's moving through the air,
Well, I tell you this.
I don't think it would get drenched.
Fog is just like humidity. You know what I mean? When the moisture, I worry more about that than like if it's a light snow, like you're talking.
Yeah.
Or even flying after it snowed. I don't mind that. But to fly like on and the drones are not good with humidity and
Hey Sam.
What's up, Sam?
Morning, guys. I see you're all still here.
Alive and well, sir.
Where we going?
Wherever you want to go, Herman. I'm alive and, you know, not out hoarding everything.
I did hear 2 police cars last night, and that's the first time I've ever heard police cars since I lived here in 6-7 months.
Wow.
I was a little bit worried. I guess we did have a murder 2 streets over, but it's 3 months ago. So, you know, just there was that. But
Canadian drone pilot. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Old school toys are gone. Yeah, I feel for you on that one. Sometimes we hang on to those things. I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, I was probably like 4 years old. My dad sold my little like rocking horse thing. He like sold it off to the neighbors, and I was like so pissed.
Well, Louis B. Flood was describing me to a T earlier. I'd have a fortune in Star Wars toys if they didn't fall victim to fireworks and matches.
Right?
Yeah. I was into realism back then. I'm like, oh, if we're going to blow things up, we're going to blow things up.
I had G.I. Joes that we did that with. And we did homemade parachutes with G.I. Joes too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
What do you think, Herman?
No, I never destroyed any of my stuff.
Oh, I was that idiot.
My parents threw it all away. We moved a lot.
No,
And so every time we moved, they just chucked it out.
my mother waited for me to go to college and gave it away.
Yeah. My mother's philosophy was, if I haven't seen you playing with it in a month, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I blew them up.
Hey, John Poole, hope you're doing better. Hope you're feeling good today.
What's up, Drone Pool?
Hey, Drone Pool.
Yeah.
Complete shutdown. What does that mean? We're all housebound, I guess, at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We better get used to each other.
Well, you don't want to be bound up, so you need to get your X-Lax, you know?
Better make sure you got enough food.
Wakey. Cut from the same cloth, yes.
That's just thing rumor. I don't buy any of it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to go to keeping us indoors, but they'll get stricter on stores being open and stuff and keeping people from gathering.
Wakey RC, follow arsonist, Mark.
Yeah, like I said, we're cut from the same cloth. Not proud of it. It just is.
Darwin Digital, how you doing?
Well, Roger, did you fly the Mini yet?
No, it's pouring rain right here. I got it yesterday, and it's been raining since 9 o'clock last night. So,
Paul, that was nice of you to send that on over.
yes, it was.
Well, Roger deserves it.
See, this
He
is our
does.
weather now.
Was Saigon not able to send the one?
We don't know what's happening with Saigon.
Saigon is missing. We don't know if he's deported or what.
Wow.
Ouch.
Hey, technically not a racist remark. It was a statement,
yeah, I know.
and we don't know.
Now from the desk of Paul Murray.
Can you get?
In lockdown mode. Okay.
I'm testing this mic. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to
Well,
make sure it's working.
Clear.
Hey, Herman,
Yeah.
Saigon's been missing from everybody. It's not just Roger. He just hasn't been around at all much.
Oh,
has
no,
he?
I know. I mean,
Just Mark with that microphone. Just don't breathe.
I got-
Your students might get the wrong impression.
It's not on anymore. I switched it off for your sake, but yeah, that's only when I'm sitting here focused on working and it kind of creeps into my mouth and I start chewing on it. Yeah, and then it gets real creepy. Yeah, I know that's going to be an issue. It's,
Herman, you were saying.
yeah, I don't really speak to the guy. I know the guy from, him being around, but that's about it. I don't ever bought any drones or anything from him.
Well, I don't want to be too rough on him. Who knows what his situation is? Don't know.
And he is in New York also, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's right here in Brooklyn.
Okay.
typed it in chat.
He drives a shuttle out to the airport.
Right.
I typed it in chat, Mr. Crowley, but what do you mean by lockdown? Describe lockdown, their version of it.
California is always in lockdown with their crazy laws. No offense to anybody, but
I was just reading the article. Basically, the governor's ordered everybody to stay at home. Everybody.
well, yeah. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, that don't apply to me because my job is considered critical infrastructure, and I have to go to work.
Yeah.
of course.
People like you in that apartment, they'll let you go by for sure. But
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do your job online.
Yeah.
Except Mondays, because Monday I'm not in the 911 center. I take care of like networking stuff, computer stuff, and all that. And
I'm out of the 911 center on Mondays just doing that, but now they're having me work at home on Mondays because I can do everything remotely. So I'll be
Oh,
here.
so you can do that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I can't do the 911 stuff. Like I can take care of all the infrastructure there.
Well, now that Sam's here, Roger, the question I have is still been rattling around in my mind about Kim's computer that he just got last fall. Sam, I don't know whether you know this or not, but we all got Windows updates. And when he did the update, his computer networking crashed so that he cannot no longer plug into the back of his computer and into the router.
So it just doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, it's more than likely the update changed the network driver. The
Well,
network driver.
Roger was on the phone for hours with everybody.
But Corey Mano went into his computer and tried to figure it out. And Corey Mano's a computer programmer. You know, I mean,
Wait, how did Corey get into his computer?
because Kim let him in.
Team viewer, probably.
Okay, well, so he still has an internet connection if he's able to.
Wi-Fi.
No, it's Wi-Fi.
Okay, so he can connect by Wi-Fi, but not plug into.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds to me like the driver changed for that piece of hardware for the network card.
Because you know when you plug your wire in the back of the computer, your light's always flashing off and on, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do that no more. The light does not flash off and on anymore in the back.
Either that or coincidentally that network card went out.
Yeah,
So-
that's
yeah,
what
that's what they're
that's
thinking.
What the guys from Nitro, Acer said,
Uh-huh.
and what Corey Mano said, and a couple
If
other.
it's not flashing, that means it's not communicating.
Yeah.
Even if the driver were not good, you would still get the flash because
It's trying to
that-
communicate,
Yeah.
right? It's showing a connection.
So I would say, yeah, the network card itself probably went out. You can get a decent network card for a PCI slot on Amazon for like $10.
Yeah, but I mean, this is on guarantee still for 12 months. This computer, so we're sending it back to
Oh,
the
okay.
company to fix it. Then they're going to send it back.
Mm, okay.
Are they going to pay for the shipping?
They do everything. Yeah, they pay for everything.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess that coincidentally it really had nothing to do with the update, that coincidentally that
Yeah,
network.
yeah, that's why I said to Kim too. Just a big coincidence.
Yeah.
Because
I
the
mean-
guy from Nitro, he says they could have had a power surge at the same
Yeah.
time. But like I said, we got these big boxes, batteries, backups. It's not supposed
Right.
to do that, but it did it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just coincidentally went out.
yeah, he's on now, Furball. He's in the chat.
Hey, Furball, what's up, man? I didn't see you in there.
So that's the only thing we gotta send it back here. We're gonna wait for about a month until he's able to go outdoors and start flying.
Mhm.
So he won't be missing his computer that much. He'll use his old computer.
Yeah.
And
They give a turnaround time by the time they get it.
takes 1 week, say 3 weeks 3 days to get there.
Okay.
2 days to repair or something like that. Then they're gonna ship it back. So it'll take about 2 weeks
Look
altogether.
about, yeah. Well, we can have 2 weeks. No, that's not too bad.
He'll be on his old computer, so he won't be able to play any games on the computer or nothing there. But
Right.
he'll be on his old one.
Yeah, I couldn't go a week or better without my computer. I'd go insane.
Mhm.
But of course, I can't really work either. You know,
He can't get his computer going. He got my old computer going.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how the hell he did it, but he got it going, and he just has to hook up to the internet, see if it'll keep on working.
Okay.
But I don't think it's gonna keep on working.
Hey, look, you guys, you want to see how rich I am?
Oh wow! What'd you do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Took all your rent money, you went and bought a bottle?
Yeah, I'm going to skip.
We're calling that liquid gold now.
Yeah.
So you're saying I should take the one that I have in the car out before they break in and steal it?
Yep.
Yep. They're going to leave everything except that.
I walked
Beth-
into the convenience store this morning and she had a huge bottle of the Purell hand sanitizer. The clerk did that they're going to put on the counter. And I said, you better watch out. You're going to get robbed having that thing out here.
Yeah. And Herman, I dare say, if you have a bag of fish sticks on your seat too, that's going to go.
Oh,
Well, you got check the date. Check the date. Check the date.
Fish sticks.
Check the date. Coming from you, Paul, you're telling people to check the
You
date,
said Paul's gonna break into my car and steal the fish sticks?
Yeah.
especially if they're expired. He will take them.
Yeah, if they're too
Well, they're
new,
under
they
the
have,
seat of the car, so
Well, you can always tell how valuable they are. They're vintage if when you break them in half, they're gray.
they bend.
Stop saying vintage food,
vintage food.
Paul.
Paul treats food like wine.
That's right. Gets better over time.
Not everything is beef or wine, Paul.
Oh God, just thinking about food poisoning just makes me kind of.
All right.
And Paul likes to create a situation. I'm sorry, Paul, I'm speaking for you here because that's what I do because I've learned from the best. That all your cheese, does it eventually become blue cheese?
Yeah. But you got to start at the source. You start with the milk that turns to cream, that turns to cheese.
Okay.
Then, yeah.
Drone Journey says he wants a freezer unboxing video from Paul.
I agree.
No.
I'm so down for that.
Oh Lord.
I didn't say I wanted to watch it, but I think he should do it.
Yeah, that's like
Kitchen
those,
nightmares.
that's like those videos of people who eat the grossest food. You're like, oh God, how can they do that? But you find yourself watching it anyway.
Yeah.
You know about the fear factor in Paul's kitchen?
Fear factor. There you go.
The nightmare factor.
That probably could be a good national show. What's in your freezer? And they go around to different locations and rummage through people's freezers.
Lord, no.
They do that. There's a British show, What's in Your Attic or something like that, where they go around. They're basically looking for antiques, right?
Yeah.
But they basically knock on doors and rummage through people's homes. And
Well, some food, vintage food could be antiques.
sure.
Wow. Antique food.
I just got a news thingy pop up on my phone. Said there are now confirmed 44 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Arizona here, with a map.
Stay away
Oh,
from those
wow.
red dots.
There you go again.
Look at that, they highlighting people.
Yeah.
Okay, wait till you see
Here's
after
the map, a tour of their homes.
They're gonna have tracking devices now.
You gonna drive by and say that. Look, that's
Give the FAA their way. They're gonna put everybody in. You're gonna have everybody tracking everybody who's got coronavirus.
Watch Sam's expression.
And drones.
It's his house. What? Just kidding.
Logan, actually, my test stream last night with the students went better than I expected. I expected 4 or 5 and got 40. I don't want to say 43, 44, somewhere in that range.
Mind blowing. Good for them, right?
Yeah, I think they're just bored.
Awesome.
They were having a blast though, because they saw each other on the screen. That's what's nice about Zoom is you get that boxed effect, that the gallery, and they were having fun with it. And hopefully I'll get through some stuff today with them, and it'll be a novelty the first couple of classes, no doubt.
Oh yeah. So, hey, go.
So
Yeah.
So I don't expect getting that much done today the first time around because they're going to be having fun with it again, especially if they're new to it and they didn't dial in last night. But hopefully by word of mouth, they're like, oh, yeah, go ahead, try it. It's not that bad because they had fun.
Do your students know they're not graded by that?
Oh, yeah. The administration told them.
Okay.
And and they're like, well, if it's not going to be graded, why am I going to do it? I said, because you're supposed to. And your students, I told them, I said, this is going to weed out the chaff. They go, what do you mean? I said, this is going to tell me exactly who's concerned about learning and who only cares about a grade.
Yeah.
Because that's unfortunately what a lot of them are there for. They want their A and they want to just move on. They don't care about learning anything. And, I was like that too, so I can't hold it against them.
Yeah.
But, they're getting older. They're seniors. They got to think differently if they're going to graduate and go to college next year.
Yeah.
Good morning, Go Fish. So hopefully they're maturing. Keep my fingers crossed that they've reached that point where they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe these adults have a point. We're not going to admit to it, but maybe they have a point.
You might get through to a few.
Yeah, that's all that matters. If I get, if it.
He was only expecting 4 or 5, and he got 43.
Well, they were like, they're like, well, when are we starting? What time? And if I can't, is the video going to be up? So they actually seemed sincere about missing or getting the material. I'm like,
Well, good.
so we'll see.
Not bad.
So 1 o'clock and 2:30 today. I have 2 classes going. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated.
See, and that just shows you that like if this whole coronavirus thing and people working from home
Yeah.
teaches companies anything, is it is possible to have people working from home.
Yeah, it's people are going to be like, it's not such a bad idea. I
Yeah.
never thought, and maybe that's the silver lining in this dark cloud, at least that would come of it.
Well, I didn't think they'd do that with me because like they were telling other people, like the records department, they could work from home and access our system, and I had to set them up on that. And I didn't even think about it. And my boss came in and said, "Hey, so Mondays, I think you should work from home." And I went, "Well, ain't gonna argue with you."
Well, actually, something else funny happened last night. I just thought of it that I'd share with you. One of the kids goes, because I had my name up there, Mark Trent, and one of the kids goes, "So what's up, Mark?" And all of a sudden there's this hush. And I think they were expecting me to kind of chastise him for it. I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're not in school. Go ahead, call me Mark. I don't care." Then they're like, "What?" I said, "Are we in school right now?" They're like, "No." So I said, "It's okay. I don't care. As long as you're respectful about it, I don't care."
Mark, it was a learning curve for Mark though too. He had to learn how to first mute them.
Yeah.
And then
and keep them muted.
They figured out they could unmute themselves. So then he had to bypass that.
Yeah.
And then when he put up the board where you can write on it, they could write on it.
Yeah, and they started coloring the crap out of it. And they're like, "Oh, look," and hearts showed up, and I'm like, "Guys, stop it." So they got that out of the system, but I figured out how to keep them from doing that now too. So that's why I'm glad I inadvertently, I said, let me just run it. I'm glad I did because of those little things that came up. Leave it to the kids to find all the things you're not supposed to do within seconds.
Oh yeah.
I was going to ask you something, Mark, and I completely forgot.
Oh, you'll remember eventually.
Yeah. Hoping.
I do that way too much myself. And I hate when people say, "Well, I guess it wasn't that important." No, bull. I wanted to ask you something. It was important.
I was going to say, remember the other day I had a phone, Amazon.ca.
Oh, yeah?
That was going on with the common computer.
Uh-huh.
The woman was working from home because you could hear her kids in the background screaming and yelling and crying.
Well, that's kind of what I told the kids. I said, "Listen, if I don't mute you, you're going to hear everybody's dog barking in the background, their mom's yelling and screaming at them, all this other stuff." So I said, if I mute you, it's so that nobody has to hear. I mean, when you got 40 people on the chat, you hear everything.
Yeah, I can get noisy.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was saying a lot of people are working from home.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
I mean, I've done it before. Like if I just didn't feel like going to the office, I'd call my boss and say, "Hey, can I just do my stuff here?" They're like, "Okay." But I'm sure after a few days, like if I had to do it a few days in a row, I'd probably start going crazy.
I noticed there's a lot less police cars on the road lately.
Yeah, different agencies are doing different things. Like us, I can tell you my department is we're staying visible, we're staying out there, but we're not making traffic stops unless they're doing something really dumb.
Yeah.
We're doing business checks, but we're not going into the businesses. We're just kind of rolling up to the front, looking inside and seeing if everything's good. So yeah, and we're taking a lot of reports when we can by phone.
And everybody who buys their food for pets in the pet stores, make sure you buy it early because they're supposed to be closing them down. I know here they're closing them down.
But why close pet stores though? Why are they the target?
Because a lot of people go to the pet stores buy their dogs.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody goes to the grocery store too. I mean, it's like what's and I don't even see pet stores being as busy as grocery stores.
Some pet stores you could buy kangaroo kibbles for your dog. That's what she eats here.
But I mean, how can a pet store be any more crowded than a grocery store? I mean, it's got to be. Yeah, but it should be. I don't know. The traffic shouldn't be as much as a grocery store.
Yeah.
There are more people than pets, I would think.
Because they want to close them down here. Now their pet stores are shipping all the pets and animals somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
Oh, watch out, Roger. Kim's taking the flying 5 inches in the house. We might see one buzz by you. So might want to wear a helmet.
Uh-huh.
Roger, you should just
As
fly
long
your
as,
Maine.
as long as it's not my mini, I'm okay.
Well, you got the prop guards, right? You got to fly more. Have at it.
I want to know when's the first video we're going to see from that thing.
Well, as soon as it's nice out.
Oh, so never?
Yeah.
So just put it up on your shelf with the rest of them so we can at least gander at it and say, oh, that's a nice drone.
Can we watch it collect dust?
It's here. It's here. It's here.
That's a good one. Too.
There, I got to charge it. I flew like a few days ago. I got my flooded river footage, and it's just been sitting there. I haven't even charged it.
Now, don't forget to take that gimbal guard off before you turn that puppy on, Roger.
Yes,
I've made that mistake a few times.
Really freaks out if you don't.
It gets mad.
It does.
Paul Murray's freezer is for the pets. Good business idea ahead of time. I'm sorry. I wouldn't. Paul, don't get this wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. I wouldn't have fed those fish sticks to my dogs.
They would need them.
Probably not. Oh, he could probably still hear me.
Yeah, I think he's probably on the phone.
Yeah, he's on the phone.
They would need them.
So, hey, Herman, I appreciate you've been stopping in and watching my videos. I saw a couple comments, so thanks for that.
No problem.
It's always nice to see your bright cheeriness pop up on my video. Wow, I stunned you with that compliment.
No. I mean, you do some really good videos. I mean, the one where you were with the what's that, your fiance?
Not yet, girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend. That's the one you were gonna move to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to the last one was the St. Louis Aquarium. I think you commented on that one. That was fun. That was a good aquarium.
I've never been there.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Hey, Hugh, you're very quiet.
Oh, I'm watching Trudeau's. Well, I'm waiting for Trudeau's address here. And
Oh, no.
Trudeau is coming on an address. What?
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
Trudeau the drag queen.
I've only passed through St. Louis. I've been there for a baseball game once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. I've never really got to hang out there too much.
Yeah, I didn't really, we've gone there, and then there's a place called the Spaghetti Factory there, which we went to that night. And oh man, St. Louis at night, wherever we were, and it was Mardi Gras weekend when I was there, and I had no idea.
Okay.
It was a disaster, man. But we got to the Spaghetti Factory in that place. I don't know if you guys ever been to a spaghetti. Fantastic.
Yep.
So what was so bad about the place?
It's just, it's really not bad, I don't think, in general, but like I said, it was Mardi Gras weekend, so a bunch of drunk college kids running around, bumping into you and screaming and yelling. That's just, that kind of stuff just gets to my, on my nerves. But once we got out of that crowd, got to the restaurant, it was fine.
Well, Sam, what do you think about all these college kids still acting like that right now with coronavirus going on?
Well, I think college kids in general are stupid idiots, but the fact that they're still out doing this, like I even saw one thing, I don't even remember where they were for spring break, and some dumb
Puerto Rico, I think I saw.
No, Sam, you really got to tell me how you feel, man. Don't hold back.
Well, I won't. I'm sorry. I'm a very outspoken person.
I only laugh because I was one of those stupid idiots, and I know for sure you're right.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, this kid's on there going, oh, if I get coronavirus, I get it. I don't care. I waited for months to come out and
I
have
saw
it.
that.
It's like, seriously, like you don't care as long as you can drink for a few hours. Like, come on, how stupid is that?
Called priorities.
Yeah,
Right. It's just
you can't stop the beer pong, man. You can't stop
right.
the beer pong.
So it has to go on.
I can honestly say, and I'm proud to say this, I've never played beer pong a day in my life, nor do I ever want to.
Good.
Mark, that's shocking.
Well, I almost set it up in the classroom the other day, but they closed the schools down. I never got a chance to teach them.
Oh.
I'm sure they'd teach me, though.
I went
Well,
to
I'm
university
sure.
after I was married, so there was no beer pong in my scholastic days. Let me tell you that.
No, it wasn't there in my either, but it was quarters back then. Or just screw it. Why even play a game? Just drink.
I studied my ass off and got out as quick as I could. And
I just got a notice that says IRS moves tax filing deadline to July 15th as coronavirus spreads.
that's something, eh?
Well, I'm sure that probably the examiners don't want to be touching their returns either.
Well, you know what annoys me? I think the Canadians will probably follow suit. But here's the thing: I just got all my stuff done. I
Yeah.
just finished all my taxes.
And they're saying that if you're able to file, please go ahead and do so because it makes it easier. But they're saying if you can't, because of if you're affected by this, they're giving you till that date.
No, it's
Well, I would say I don't know what the statistics are, but I know that we file electronically anyway, so there's
Yeah,
no
I do.
paper, no nothing.
Yeah, as long as you got virus protection on your computer, you're all set.
You here in Canada, they did extend the taxes.
Oh, did they? Okay, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Because you know how I know that is because my friend Mark, the teacher, told me that.
Oh.
Told you what?
That is on. Make sure you have virus protection.
Oh, are you okay, buddy? You've been eating gray fish sticks again? What's wrong?
No, he's been hitting those chicken wings that he hasn't thrown out yet.
I know I keep threatening it, but we really need to get you a CAT scan, buddy.
No, he needs an intervention.
Canadian drone pilot, have a good one. Thank you for being here.
Take care, Canadian drone pilot.
See ya, drone pilot.
We'll see ya.
Yeah, I love Drone Journey's comment.
Yeah, right.
We must preserve the species.
That's funny.
So this is going to be a new baby boomer generation. As somebody, I think one of you guys pointed this out the other day. I think it was you. You were talking about.
Somebody did, and I heard somebody come up with a name for it too. It's just, what is it? I can't think of it right now, but it was a clever name that started with Corona.
Yeah.
The Coroniums or something like that.
Well, I kind of thought maybe it was the brainlessians, you know, brainlessials.
Doesn't have to put the ring to it. Did yesterday.
Coronials, that's what it is. I think that they call them Coronials.
There you go.
Hold on.
Yeah, the Mercury News says COVID-19 condom shortage could lead to baby boom. Yeah.
On MSN this morning, they're saying stop stocking up on toilet paper. Buy peanut butter. Stock up on peanut butter.
So apparently there's a boom going around. It's called the boomer remover. That's what COVID-19 is. The boomer
peanut butter.
Oh.
Well, you know, if Mark, you need to come up with another demonstration besides the toilet paper conservation, is maybe the population reduction where you tie a knot in it, you know? And that way.
Wait, you want me to show you? Here,
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. With no joke, this is going to be gross and people are going to think I'm lying, but back in the day when we were in school, there was political correctness was not an issue. And whenever we had class, and there was a specific science teacher who hated when kids asked to go to the bathroom. He's like, you can go between classes. I'm not letting you in the classroom. And this one, you know, and every once in a while when a kid would say, I got to go to the bathroom, we go to the bathroom. And I'm only going to mention this about the boys because the girls, what he used to do was even worse. If a kid kept asking to go to the bathroom, eventually he would say no, and he'd throw the kid a rubber band. Use this.
Wow.
And yes, He did something for the girls too, but it's awful, and I don't even want to repeat it. And nothing was ever said. Nothing was ever said. But he learned his lesson because he did that to a stoner dude. I remember, and I was in the class at the time. He wouldn't let the kid go to the bathroom, and the kid said, "I really got to go," and he said no. So the kid just nonchalantly walked up, and the teacher watched him as he went to the front of the room, took the garbage can, went to the back of the room, and relieved himself in the garbage can and sat back down. Yeah, that didn't go over well. But I do believe soon after he started letting people use the bathroom.
Wow.
Give the kid ingenuity.
And I do believe his name was Paul. Just saying.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
And he might be your age because he never got out of the 9th grade. I'm just telling you that right now. So, Paul, wait a minute. Where did you go to school, Paul? No, you don't strike me as the non-passing type, Paul.
Wow.
Mark Hughes, your mentor. Yeah, right. No, actually, truth be told, this guy was a bit of a stoner too. He looked like a hippie. He had the long beard, long hair, and stuff. He had a solar still in the back room. Yeah, he had a solar still in the back room. We're like, "What are you distilling?" He's like, "Water." We're like, "Sure." Mr. Bishop was his name.
I'm making homemade hand sanitizer, man.
Yeah, exactly. Planning for the future.
That's right.
I don't even think that guy's alive anymore, but still, whew, the guy was a piece of work.
I know most of my teachers aren't alive anymore. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if any of my teachers are alive, they're probably wondering what the hell they let this guy become a teacher, because I was not a great student. And if they're dead, they're currently spinning in their graves. Holy crap, this guy's teaching kids.
Yeah.
What does this world come to?
I go through the same thing because I was not a good student. I didn't do anything stupid. I just didn't.
Right.
I hated school, and
Me
I
too.
just do my work, and I didn't care. And now sometimes small town, once in a while, you get one of the teachers walk into the police department. They're like, "Sam Hayden,
Yeah,
you actually
right.
made something?" Like, "Yeah, I'm a police supervisor." They're like, "What? Seriously?"
Wait, you're on the wrong side of the bars.
Right. Like, there's no way. I'm like, yeah, here I am. And by the way, sorry for being an a-hole in your class.
Nah, I never apologized for that. But
Yeah.
good for you. You're a bigger man than I am.
There's this one teacher, Miss Dolan. Even back then, she was a good 350, 370, big woman. And you could actually, when she walked through her classroom, you could hear her steps through the floor and you could feel them boom, boom. Like, it was just, and we just like, not to her, but used to make fun of her. And we were just kind of jerks in her class overall, so. I had to tell her. I actually saw her. She came in a couple years ago, and I actually saw her. And so I said, "Yeah, sorry if I caused a ruckus in your class." And she's like, "Oh, a lot of kids do. You weren't the worst, trust me."
I was a bit more passive aggressive. I just didn't do anything and didn't say anything about it either. I just didn't do it. And here's the irony of it all. We had to do speech communication, speech class. Or anytime we had to give a speech or a presentation class, I wouldn't do it because I'd have the shakes, I'd get the sweats.
Yeah.
I had a problem with speaking in front of people. So I'd have my speech written out and they're like, "Well, here's your speech. You're going to do it today." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." They're like, "You're going to fail." I'm like, "Okay."
That's fine.
And I would hand them the paper and they would just look at me and shake their head. That's the one teacher that I'm sure if they found out that I was actually teaching now,
Right,
they'd
yeah.
be freaking out. They're like, "Wait, you wouldn't get up in front of people before. Now this is what you do for a living?"
Yeah. And I assume you have no issues with it now.
Oh,
right?
dude, heck no.
What if it's like a group of people that you're not used to, like students you're not used to? What if you like had a whole new group?
Well, truth be told, at first I do get nervous, but when you have adults, it's less intimidating. I'll be honest with you. I find it less intimidating.
Absolutely.
Because although they may want to heckle you, they're usually a bit more mature and they don't.
Yeah.
With kids, they don't care. So, it's I've had to do the presentation stuff to the other teachers. And at first, it's a little, I get a little nervous, but once you get into it, it disappears. You just go and do it.
I just listened to the Prime Minister talk here, and he says the Automobile Association got in contact with him, and they're going to stop producing auto parts. They're going to start making medical parts.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow, that's
interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, it's actually starting to sound like wartime. I mean, like World War II, when all these companies stopped making what they were making and started making bits and pieces for the war effort. I wonder if other companies are starting to chip in and do that with, let's say, surgical masks and stuff, and stuff for hospitals. It would be nice.
Yeah, I saw like 3M and all of the big manufacturers are now converting over to making equipment for coronavirus war.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. If anything, I hope this brings the world together. I mean, we're all in this together. I just wish people would stop calling it the China virus.
And 3M was already involved in that.
Yeah.
Yep. I was reading some stuff the other day that they were basically saying, as of now, not fully, but like China's kind of back to normal, like where they were. Have you guys?
Again, I agree with you. Dennis Lovelady, whose wife is in China, and again, you got to take it with a grain of salt because we never know if they're reporting it. But they said they plateaued. They said that they plateaued. They see a decrease in the number of occurrences of corona. So it's leveling off. They're still seeing it, but it's not that exponential growth that it was. So they're starting to level off. So keep our fingers crossed. I think why we're seeing such a big increase in numbers is because they're doing more testing. It was there. It's just now they're being tested.
That's why. Yeah.
So I don't want. Hopefully, people aren't panicking, and going, "Oh my God, it's going to happen. We're all going to get it."
People are panicking. Like they still like. I can say though, my little town, like we've got our population 7,000 here. It's such a small town. We've got 2 main grocery stores, and people. I can go into the store now. Like I went there this morning just for everyday stuff, not panic mode, and like there's not that many people. They've got things on the shelves. The only thing they didn't have is like toilet paper.
Yeah.
There's meat, there's canned goods, there's bread, eggs,
But have you sold out of ammunition yet?
That I haven't.
we have around here ammunition. All ammunition is gone.
But see, that's the thing. That's what I tell everyone. If you have a prepper mindset anyway.
Oh, I gotta go now.
Look at all the fun we're having. Look, go ahead, Mark. Go on.
Hey,
bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Sam. I just was shocked when he came back on. That's okay.
No,
I apologize. Keep going. Yeah. So you don't know if you have a run on ammunition yet?
No, because I've got ammunition out the yin yang. That's just like I'm a gun guy and I've got tons of ammo, so I don't freak out running around looking for it.
All right. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's just that everybody here, it's just crazy.
Yeah, you're talking about the run on the
ammunition.
Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart and all the other sporting goods stores.
Showing up people's lineups in front of the stores for ammunition.
Yeah. And I drive by lineups at grocery stores and ammo, and I'm just like, you guys should have thought of this because things can happen anytime. You should just,
Like what?
What do you mean, like what? Like this?
The ammo for how does it taste?
Oh.
Well,
Candied ammo.
If the zombies become real, that's what the whole thing is.
Well, I sure as hell hope they're not using it in place of toilet paper, Herman.
Well, if they do, they'll only do it once.
Good point.
Whole new term to explosive diarrhea.
Oh, that's a Paul Murray comment.
All right, I'm out. See you later.
You and Paul Murray talked earlier and decided who was going to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost the coin toss. Yep.
My name is Paul.
Yep.
Wait, are you Paul Murray's son?
No, God no.
God no. God no.
I don't know if he would have survived his childhood of having to eat those fish sticks growing up.
That's it.
What Paul meant to say was, God, I wish I had a father like Paul Murray. Damn.
I didn't mean to say that.
That's what God no meant.
I'm just teasing you guys.
Well, Drone Journey, if you got a water pistol, you might run out of ammunition there if people keep buying up all the water. So you're out of luck there.
Yeah,
too.
what's with having the run on bottled water?
Yeah, it's like you have a faucet, don't you?
Yeah. I don't.
Let me.
Yeah, Aaron did that, Mark. Aaron
You
woke up and
understand?
he filmed it. He just life hack.
A life hack. Yeah.
Yes, it's-
Life hack.
You understand the run on ammunition, but you don't understand the people buying the water.
I never understood the point of buying
No,
water.
but-
Honestly,
Well,
if
I
you've got
think- I think the fact is if the workers don't show up to work,
right.
then the water.
Well, that's it. I mean, if we start losing water because of that, that's fine. But I've always been kind of like, why has bottled water become such a market? Especially when most of the time they're just filling it from a faucet anyway,
Why,
and putting
sure.
it in a bottle. They're filtering it. I'll give them that. But
I got filtration equipment or means to disinfect my own water.
yeah,
rather than buy bottled water, right?
yeah,
Steel jugs. Make sure you've got equipment to start fires. You know.
yeah.
Well, any
Not
hiker has
Not
like,
everyone has those things.
everybody
No, but they
should.
should.
But I mean,
is buy bottled water. Go buy
I mean-
yourself some fire starting stuff, some steel tins. You know.
I mean, has it gotten to a point where faucet water is no longer good to drink? I guess. I mean, I would understand it then, but
Oh,
right
it's
now,
been. Have you talked to the people in Flint, Michigan?
oh well, in Michigan, that's a different story. That's a different story. I get that one. I know they've had issues there, but right now, I don't think we're at that point in New York. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I know my wife and daughter won't drink faucet water because of the taste, not because it'll kill you.
Right.
Hey,
No, you're right. Go
fish.
fish.
I have a question for Hugh.
Yes, sir.
Do sardines ever go bad in the tin?
Legitimately, I think those things should last for years and years and years. Legitimately.
Okay. How many people have seen on History Channel this new show that's coming? This like eating history or whatever like that. These knuckleheads are opening up. Right, Michelle? What is it called?
Eating history. Stupid.
So these people,
Sounds
these
correct.
these two young guys, just the she's yelling. I got the condenser microphone on, so it picks everything up. So yeah, apparently the commercials are like eating history. How can you really know? Like, dude, really? You're gonna open up. I know, 40-year-old. That's what they're eating.
Here's one for you,
So
Paul.
what are they doing? Eating just different weird things or old things or everything?
Old things, like old things. Like
Oh,
how?
that's
First of all,
great. That's Paul.
how
Paul should be a star on that show.
how long can they last? Like how
Damn.
many episodes do they have that they found, like 40-year-old Doritos that they're gonna open up and try? How many episodes? I mean, yeah, Michelle says somebody.
I
bomb
understand. I
shelter.
think you can get away with that with Twinkies. Apparently, they can survive a freaking nuclear war.
They're
So,
eating
but
things like sardines, I guess. Some gelatinous goo stuff, like
I
old
really-
bran flakes.
See, I think they stole this from Paul. Paul, you should be getting royalties from this show.
Hugh's a sardine eater. He likes sardines.
Rations from the past, John Journey says.
Mm-mm.
Rations, get your rations. Get your ass away from me.
I don't know, Oscar, how old they are. It makes it about a year we got them in the.
Oh, they should be fine.
Yeah.
MREs are something different. They're packaged to be long.
Well,
lasting.
they're freeze dried and they're also vacuum packed.
yes,
Vacuum.
yes.
You get the air out, you're less likely to have an issue.
Right. Now these people.
Oh, there you go.
The Vegemite. How old is that jar again?
18.
18 years old.
Was that straight up from Australia?
Yeah.
Now Vegemite's interesting to begin with when it's new.
Yeah, it is. That's a consistency of like.
Yeah, but that's vintage Vegemite.
It's a consistency of motor grease. I'm
I'm
serious. It looks like it goes in a grease gun, and that's black.
Tasty.
It's supposed to be brown, guys.
Yeah, that looks black.
Mm.
All right, see you, Sam.
Okay.
Take care, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Oh my God. Oh.
So Kim, let's see you fly one of those 5-inch quads in the screen here with Roger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tear up a room, it's your fault.
Okay.
He says we call it marmot in UK. Okay.
I had a tube of it. I ate it a little bit on toast here and there, but my dogs got to it. And guess what? As soon as they tore into it, They walked away. I'm like, I thought for sure they would have licked it clean, but no, they didn't want it.
Oh, that's funny.
So I had to throw it out because the tube was like, it was a tube. It was like toothpaste. So I had to throw it out. Darn.
So I take it Sam got a 911 call to return to work.
Possibly.
Well, we live in different times.
Yeah.
So they did you a favor, Mark.
Yes, they did me a favor. Because I, like Paul, will keep something and try to eat it, but I won't keep it if it goes bad. But I don't like to waste it.
Right.
If I have it and it's going to stay, I'm going to hold on.
That's
to
right.
it.
You know, because you have to depend on your taste buds, how wangy tangy something can taste before it's no good.
Well, that's a good point too. The way Vegemite tastes, how do you know when it goes bad?
I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to wangy tangy.
It's
Yeah.
packaged bad.
Wangy tangy.
Oh, God.
That should be the phrase of the day. Wangy tangy.
Well, I guess when you open a bottle or a jar of that stuff, if it goes, you know, there's a problem.
Yeah.
If it off gases, probably not a good idea to eat it.
When you open up a can of tuna and it's still swimming.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
if your bag of fish sticks is kind of puffy before you break the seal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that should have been it's like, wait a minute, it's like a
Well,
pillow.
the can has a dent out.
Yeah.
Where the
It's
pizza
expanding.
pockets now
It
are
looks
as
like
big
it's
as
going to
small
explode.
pillows, you know. Pizza rolls the size of pillows, you know.
Yeah. It was, yeah. If the sauce in your pizza rolls is carbonated, you don't want to eat it.
Man.
That's not good.
And the
Started talking about food again.
Uh,
One of you guys.
yeah, John Journey has very bad internet. He hates typing.
How come Drone Journey doesn't have a blue bridge?
Because John Journey does not want a blue wrench.
Why?
I don't know. That's kind of
We asked him before.
Drone Journey just likes to be different. He likes
Yeah.
not having the
He
blue.
wants to be the underdog.
He stands out that way. I get it.
Drone shots, how you doing?
Hey, Drone Shots. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't see you come in.
I wanted a
Oh,
red hammer.
anybody got halfway decent weather to fly, or
I actually could fly today, but I've got to work today
yeah?
in an hour. So,
And you got to drive to work.
oh yeah, I know. Like I said, I got a plan for that commute.
So are you doing you're doing regular scheduled
Yep.
meetups?
Yeah. Well, we have what's called block scheduling. So classes usually run an hour and a half every other day. So the kids are like, "Are we doing this every day or every other day?" I said, "Listen, we'll just do it every other day. I'll go for an hour or so. It won't be like a full hour and a half." But I said, I'm going to start today and I'm going to go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that I'll have 6 meetings within the next 2 weeks, 7 if you include today. They were okay with that. They're like, well, if we're meeting tomorrow, does that mean we don't meet till Tuesday? I'm like, no, we're going to go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, same time, and we'll go from there.
Wow. So you had 40 kids plus?
Yeah, and one of the kids
Good for
actually
you, man.
said, yeah, that's a good idea because we've already missed a couple of days, so might as well make them up. I'm like, wow. I'm sitting there going,
The attitude.
are these my kids? Where did you come from? It's like
it's-
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
It's
like,
going to be a whole new world, man.
I think they're excited about it because it's different. It's novel.
Yeah. Hopefully it
And
doesn't
I
wear
think
off.
it gives them
Yeah.
bragging rights because they can tell their friends, my teacher's is online.
Well, actually, Paul, and I'm sorry everybody's heard this before, but when I did this last night, I muted them all, and immediately they all realized they could unmute themselves. They're like, haha, and then I figured out how to mute them, and they couldn't unmute. I'm like, okay, smart, I'll go ahead and try it now. But what they did realize is that, you know how I was annotating with the pad? They started drawing too. They could annotate.
Yeah,
they had
and
that.
share
They had
screen.
that page colored in with hearts and everything, and they're all like going nuts. I'm like, okay, guys, get out of your system. But as soon as we got off, I figured out how to block that too. So I think
So
they're
turn
all,
it so turn it on and off for them.
Yeah.
Don't
well,
tell
that's
don't,
it. I mean,
Don't tell them that you know how to block it. Yeah, I would
Right.
mess with them.
Oh, well, Paul is a good idea. I mean, if I want a kid to demonstrate a problem, I can turn it on and they can do it.
That's pretty cool. That's
So
awesome
it is
too.
kind of cool. It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're gonna learn more secrets as you go along. That's
Yeah,
the interesting
yeah.
part.
yeah, and I think I told you, Paul. I don't know if I told you this, Paul. We got an email from our tech department. It's saying we all understand you're requesting Zoom, and we can't download it for legal reasons, and this, that, and the other. They went on. They started really promoting Google Hangouts, and I responded saying, Google Hangouts is garbage. There's no comparison. I wish I had thought about the Canadian thing, that all the Canadians have gone to Zoom for their education, but I didn't. I just said, Zoom is far superior. Google's trash. That's essentially what I said to them. I'm sure I'm going to get some hate mail back for that.
I thought Hangouts doesn't work anymore.
No, it's still there, but it's not that good. You know how limited it is.
There's delays and everything else. Yep.
And I don't know about your tech department, but ours are too proud. If they don't come up with the idea, it's bad.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So
we
because
used
if they didn't think of Zoom, it's garbage. You should.
We used to have a tech department, but my administration unfortunately thought better to fire the two guys, and then outsource out to the Morick and the Rick. So that's who our tech department is.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Mark, you want to editorialize during your thing and just say, hey, if you guys really like this and you think it's a great concept here.
Yeah, tell your administrators.
Yeah. But
they'll hate that if it comes bad enough. It comes from the teachers. It's going to be worse if it comes from parents and students. They're going to dig. They're going to dig in their heels like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
That's
actually happened to me before. I've said to students, I was like, look, you guys are really all the ones are in control. If you don't like what's happening, lodge a complaint. And boy, did they! And my ass got in trouble.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the sun's coming out here. Get a little rays of sunshine coming.
We're getting quite a bit of rain. We're supposed to get thunderstorms here, but the wind has definitely picked up.
Well, the winds were calm here until all of a sudden the rains came and then they moved out.
It looks like it's starting here now.
Hey, Mark? What are you doing tomorrow around 1-ish and such?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, come out to Fulton. Got a bunch of people flying tomorrow.
Oh, man, I may. I have to work on the quads again, but I may.
Yeah, but stay away from us. You can stay away from me.
6 feet away.
Yeah, like the typical guys. Like John, Andy. I think J Ray.
Good.
Josh Sini, those guys.
You, buddy.
I hope you get really nice weather for that.
It's going to be cold, but not going to be rainy.
Yeah, we're supposed to go on a deep freeze tomorrow.
Come here, buddy. Get in the camera here.
Uh,
There we go.
Look at that.
There we go. There's one of them. He's the only one that lets us pick him up. He's pretty good about it.
Is that Teddy?
Yeah, this is Teddy. Yeah, you good boy, huh?
Oh, I'm in love with that little creature.
He's
Send
a
him
good
off.
boy. He's a good boy.
Now,
He's
how
big.
old is Teddy?
Teddy's maybe a year and a half, and he's pretty big for Boston. He's really heavy. He's a good boy.
Well, he acts like he's about 6 or 7 years old.
Oh, he's a puppy. He's still a puppy, and he's a sucker for attention. He'll take it any way he gets it.
Oh, I'm hearing something on TV, and I just thought of something, and I posted. Ready, guys? I want to have a little fun. So, on Untangled, I know I haven't read it yet. Untangled, it's the story of
The Disney flick, right?
of
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, right? Like on your hair. Google the kingdom that Rapunzel is from.
Because she was quarantined.
By an evil stepmother.
Well, by the person who actually kidnapped her.
From.
But it translates to crown.
That's what Corona is. Corona means crown.
Cool.
Are they doing it?
There you go.
Yeah, the first one that pops up is Disney fans think movie Tangled predicted coronavirus.
That's so stupid. Yeah, Corona is crown.
It's crown.
Yeah, it just means crown.
Because she's the missing crown.
No,
Oh
she's
my
the miss.
God, it's Disney, people.
No, she's the miss.
Relate.
She's the miss.
Danger Lock, it's a clue.
That's what Michelle just said.
It's
Yeah,
a
she's the missing
clue.
crown.
No, she's the missing virus.
She's the missing virus. Mark says she's missing virus.
She's
She's
a
the
girl,
missing
isn't she's a girl, isn't she?
She's 19, isn't she?
She's a girl, isn't she?
Cut her hair. Now everybody's gonna start cutting girls' hair.
See, I have the advantage. You knuckleheads are in here. She's out here yelling. I'm hearing the same thing.
If I could dig it out, I could show you a proof why girls are the root of all evil. A mathematical proof why girls are evil. But I have to find that. And I'll put it online at some point. Yeah, you're probably saying, "Good thing, Mark, you're in here, and then she can't hear you."
Hey,
are you saving me right now?
hey,
If
Paul.
I ever want to come back to your house,
Yeah, you probably won't come back to my house, man.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, it does. Crown.
Paul,
Yeah, we're all in agreement here.
Okay.
Okay.
Paul, just get used to it. This is only day 3.
No, buddy,
Life-
I'm into it 7 days, man.
Yeah,
Life-
well, this
I've been
is
here
only
since
day
Friday.
7.
Dude, no. Last Friday, I took my little girl out, and what is today? Friday?
Yep.
Is it really? Today's Friday?
Today's Friday.
Yeah.
are you trying to auction that off, Herman?
No, I'm just telling you, that's all you need.
Right there. Hey,
What
Paul,
for
tell Mark
the
about
coronavirus
the
known
phone
as
call you
women?
got this morning.
What?
Tell Mark about the phone call you got this morning.
Oh,
Oh, I heard that they told you to come get your daughter's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear
We
out
haven't-
the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I go back. I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but I will. I go back to my school yesterday and say, okay, I want to, divvy things up, and should I do, get some instrument? I get a phone call. Hey, one of the kids are here. They want and I can't find one more. It's like, dude, I was just there. I said, I'll run back up. Oh no, you don't need. So he goes, well, what? He goes, I know the bass is out because it's sitting out. I.e., we left basically. The bass guitar is sitting out on where it's supposed to be, plugged into the amp. Those are the kids. She's also one of my flute players, so she smartly put her flute on her chair next to her bass and such to get ready for the next rehearsal, which we should have had. So he gets those, but her sister's is a saxophone. Can't find it. And I said, well, dude, the best I can do is say it's the brown case. They're all brown. I have the serial number. He didn't want that. You got to open up the cases, look on the back, and find the serial number. There's the saxophone.
Well, I'm gonna have to get off soon. I need to finish things
He's
up.
got to get ready.
He's
He's
and I
got
gotta.
makeup to go. He's
No,
got
no,
lighting.
I've got to warm up the car.
Back to lunch.
And no, actually, I just got to take care of a few things before that. But
Hey,
thanks for
Mark,
having me on, Roger. Yeah.
before you start your live stream, make sure you make a fresh pot of coffee there on the desk too, will you?
No, I'm gonna have the hookah in the back.
Well, at the very least, make sure you have the jug underneath the desk ready. to
I
go.
have the bucket. The bucket's always
Okay.
there.
All
But
right.
I am at home. Can they really say anything?
What are the memes?
Sorry,
One of the
Corona.
memes? Yeah. One of the memes I saw was again with like parents homeschooling their kids. It was ridiculous. Like, okay, so one student has been suspended, another student refuses to do the work, and the teacher was
fired
caught,
for drink.
Yeah, caught on the job
drinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mark, if you're gonna use the hookup, try to
What's that?
put a little soothing sitar music in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. Well, what I am
Michelle
going
said-
to do.
Michelle found one. She goes, she saw one that says, "How do I transfer this kid out of my class?"
Well, I always thought it'd be funny. I'm gonna mess with the kids today. I'm gonna say, listen, if any of you get out of line, I'm sending you to the virtual principal's office.
There you go.
And then you're gonna have 3 o'clock detention. I'm gonna send you the link to click on to go to
I'm
it.
sending you to the cloud.
Yeah, and if you go any further, I'm gonna suspend you and you're not allowed to turn on your computer for the next 3 days.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So take care, guys. Thanks for
All
having
right,
me on.
have fun, Mark.
All right,
care.
Mark.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I'm leaving y'all too. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna do it here.
All right. Okay, Paul.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Lewis.
Herman, you going flying today?
No.
No.
It's, no, it was raining this morning. There's a fog out there.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, here's pouring rain. I know that.
that's not conducive to DJI.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock this morning, I thought about going on and sending you an invite, Herman, but I just didn't. Well, I ended up watching live shots from Venice where it was all fogged in.
Ah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You know what that sounded like, Roger?
Uh-huh.
You ever watch Charlie Brown when they had like the teacher? Yeah. 3 o'clock this what. And then something about Venice.
As long as it doesn't say, hey, I almost phoned you at 3 o'clock this morning to come on. Uh-huh. I turn my phone off at night before I go to bed.
See you later, guys. I got to check out.
Okay, you have a good one.
Talk to you later, man.
Yep. Yeah, I thought about you, Herman. I thought, well, I wonder if he's up and stirring around.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
No. Not unless I was sitting here working on a video and I wasn't. Sometimes I could be here at that hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd never be able to do that. Especially at 3 o'clock in the morning, my eyes would be closing down so bloody hard.
Well, that's how I found Roger on one time late.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to go to bed and he was on.
Yep. Doing his nationwide, his worldwide broadcast.
Now you seem to want to do those things. I don't know what that's about. Sleep sounds better.
Yeah.
Well, it was a case of I couldn't sleep, Herman, you know.
Drone Journey says that he has an intro for you, Herman.
He'll be okay.
No, he's got a perfect. Have I showed you what his intro is? Let's see.
Everybody, I'll be closing down at noon today, and I'll be on again tonight at 7 o'clock. There you go.
There it is,
again.
right there.
Here we go again. I know what it is. Paul needs to get the cease and desist from my attorney. False advertisement.
There you go.
If that's false advertisement, Paul, it doesn't exist.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. I think Paul's on mute right now.
Live from New York City, it's the Herman Green Show.
It doesn't exist.
Watch for it. It'll be coming to a town near you soon.
And did you guys hear Ken Herron's doing a 24-hour live stream Monday?
What? Serious?
Yeah, Monday starting at noon.
That'll be a joke.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
Hey, Burger Martis, how you doing? Coast to Coast Jones, hi. Nice to see you, Bill.
I've never seen a 24-hour live stream that amounted to be much, because after 2 hours or 3 hours, the viewership just goes. Choo. Now, I could be wrong.
Diana, how you doing?
Okay. Well, it all depends.
I loved my seat.
On what you got going on.
Diana, hello.
Doing good, everybody. Doing good. I am closing down at noon today, guys, because I will be on at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I did see though, Herman, somebody had a 24-hour show where they slept for 4 or 5 hours. They ate dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just saying, you know, if you could, if you have a following and you have an audience that'll come in and you're grabbing 400 or 500 people a show, you know, with people being at home, just like coming here or any other live stream, back and forth, in and out, in and out. If you have people that'll come on the stream and have something going for hours, you could have people popping in and out. I think that's what it is. It's not to sustain a consistent audience. Is you'll have people popping in and out. That's what I was saying. No one's going to sit there on your live stream for 24 hours with you because you're doing it.
Right. And you can't pop out, come back, and give another like or whatever.
Because it's only that in the analytics, even if you do a 24-hour stream, only a certain amount of hours will count. All the 24 hours will not count on your analytics. Because Andrew even explained it to us one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's only, what, 4 hours is only going to show? 5 hours.
Yeah.
But it will.
Who knows?
Oh, thanks, there, Drone Journey. Much appreciated.
Technically, if you
I wish him well, but
start it, it's still streaming for 24 hours.
Ah.
Oh, you do not. Oh, you don't care.
Oh, God. Everybody, check out everybody's channels. I will be closing down with presenters. I will be closing down at noon.
Roger, you're on tonight at 7?
Yeah. I'm not going out today. I'm staying home.
Yeah, I got to go out and take care of some things.
Yeah, so with the weather it's going to be today here, it's not worth going out. I did all my errands yesterday anyway, which I'm so happy about. I won't have to run around at least for, I'm good here till next Tuesday probably.
Okay. So you good over there, Paul?
Am I good?
Yeah.
That's an opinion, but yes.
I Robot. My son. Isaac. Those are the names of the movies? Rigger? I know I Robot's one.
Wait, when you let her out, Tim?
I think Kim's flying.
I saw a skunk.
Yeah, Lawrence went out there to go do some FPV complaining about the fog. I'm like, Lawrence, you trying to fly in a park next to
They have babies.
the Long Island Sound there. Of course you're gonna have fog. Like, okay.
He went flying this morning.
He's trying. So I'm not going out there. The sky is wet.
Yeah. But Gibson illustrated the disconnect between tech and social stream systems better. Yeah. I already seen that channel. I've been on that channel.
Yeah, Dinah, the one of the channels that I usually like to watch and I find interesting now is the channel is I Love Venice, and it's the one where it's got the four different screens it shows, and you click on it and it shows you different shots from around Venice, and it's like a virtual ghost town now, and it should be just jammed with people.
Yeah. All the tourists and all that are all gone.
Yep.
Okay, everybody in the stream, y'all have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
See you all
Guys, later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Want to say bye to everybody?
See you guys later. See you on the next one.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Later.